And I just want to say big up to everyone at Stretford Paddock and big up to all the Man United fans out there. We are on the up. Starting today, Fulham away. Tough game. It's like a 7-a-side pitch at Craven Cottage. Really good side this season. They've come up, they've made themselves sustainable by playing good football, playing out from the back, and very quick and mobile and really good striker in Mitrovic, who isn't playing today, thank God. I think we should win 2-0 away from home. It's going to be a tough game though, because they'll be all over us. As long as we win our physical duels, earn the right to play, and then we can let our quality shine. Come on United, let's get that win.
Solar here from the Man United Agenda. I'm here to give you my score prediction for Fulham versus Manchester United. Very tough game today will be. Fulham have done really well since coming back into the Premier League. I think they spent very well. We've lost a few games already this season, which is very hard to take. But listen, we are where we are right now, and we just got to make sure we go into the game against Fulham and apply the right attitude by starting off in the front foot. Now, we're looking at, as I said, now Ronaldo. Will it be Ronaldo? Will it be Rashford starting up front? Rashford's been on banging form, scored over the weekend as well against Villa. And then also you've got Martial, who's come back in, and Martial, absolutely amazing. I'm happy Martial's back in this squad as well. So for me, I'm going to predict for Manchester United to get a 3-1 victory today. I think Martial will be on the score sheet. My boy Fred, hopefully he does play, he'll be on the score sheet as well. And Harry Maguire before the World Cup, and get some of these boys off his back. So for me, Manchester United to win 3-1, and make sure you guys give the Paddock a like, share and subscribe.
Ross Murphy and my Paddock matchday predictions. Manchester United face Fulham at Craven Cottage. Last week United lost their unbeaten run away to Aston Villa 3-1, which was disappointing. Hopefully it's one of those and we hopefully bounce back. And we did in midweek against Aston Villa again in the Carabao Cup, won 4-2 at Old Trafford. Saw some very good goals, particularly a good Garnacho assist, really shined the light at Old Trafford. This weekend we're up against the Fulham side, who last week took Manchester City right at the full 90 and lost it to a penalty. They're having a good season so far, and they've got some good players. I mean, Pereira, for instance, for example, full United player who looks like he's in sort of his best form that he's had in years, or not in his life, I think. Hopefully Martial is back and hopefully he starts, because with him we play much better. And you know, Rashford, Eriksen, Casemiro, etc. all start. My score prediction for the game, I'm going for a 2-0 Manchester United win. And hopefully we get a result before the World Cup starts, because this is our last game and I don't think we play till, I think, around December, at the end of December time. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to Stretford Paddock, and as always, come on United.
Right, the final match for United ahead of the World Cup break, up against Fulham, and I think that Fulham really would be looking to capitalise on set pieces in this match. They've scored the second most goals from dead ball situations, behind only Tottenham, and we know obviously Man United can be shambolic at times when it comes to defending set pieces, but what does give me confidence is Bruno Fernandes being back in the mix and Garnacho up top. I mean, that energy he provides and those runs in through the channels as well is invaluable, particularly in the latter stages of the game. So for my prediction, I mean, logically speaking, it should be a pretty comfortable win for United, but you never know. I am still going to predict a 3-1 win for United.
Yes, United versus Fulham today. Big game for Man United ending before we go into the World Cup. That's my dad shutting the door of the car. Score today. Look, Martial back fit. Happy about that one. Looks like Anthony's in the squad. I think we score a few goals today. I'm going to go 3-1 United. I think we're going to be a bit dodgy in defence because of, you know, losing Delo, but 3-1 United.
Paddock match day, not here. And it's our last game in the season. And what a season it's been. The shortest in history. And having taken Aston Villa to a 5-5 aggregate draw on Thursday, why didn't that go to extra time? We conclude against Fulham today in the... We still need at least some commitment from the boys today, despite having certain tournaments on their mind. But so long as we give it to Andres Pereira, who can then lay it forward to Dan James... No, wait. If we give it to Eriksen and then lay it forward to Garnacho, then let's hope for more magic from the Wonder Kid today, get a 2-0 win, and then see you at Christmas. Just a notch there.
Hello and welcome to Stretford, Paddock. This is the watch-along for Manchester United versus Fulham at Craven Cottage. The final match for Manchester United until the week of the 19th of December. A big game. Teams around us dropping points. I'm joined by, wow, one hell of a lineup. That's all I can say. Scotty, how you doing?
I appreciate that. One hell of a lineup. Yeah, I'm good, man. Really good. Nice hot weather in Manchester for
It
November.
It's really warm, isn't it? Lots of people out in their skimps. Adam McCullough's here. His skimpy outfits. Adam McCullough's here. How are you?
Yeah, there were. There's a lot of people out there like it's not November.
I know. How are you doing, Adam?
It is November. I'm freezing.
Seasonally dressed.
Yeah, I'm good. Feel fluffy and that.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be back. It's been a while since I did a Premier League watch-along, isn't it?
I know. It's nice to have you. Really nice to have you.
When was the last Premier League watch-along?
I'm not actually sure, to be honest.
Everton?
Was it? No.
Nah, it can't be that
The
long.
draw last
That was
2 seasons
depressing.
ago.
Remember that?
That was absolutely horrendous, wasn't
Me,
it?
you and Jay sat here just contemplating life. We do that a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
Innit?
Yeah, we just did that in a Nando's, didn't we?
Yeah, listen. We ordered Nando's, yeah, and then it comes like 5 minutes ago. And this geezer just wolfing shit down like it's going out of fashion. Like rushing people. Like, how do you do this, bro? He was eating like a pelican, just...
We pop it straight in. I've got a little seed wallet here, like a pheasant.
Don't chew. Just
You put a lot of seed in there, don't
Yeah.
you? Men seed.
No, mostly just Brazil nuts. What's your favourite seed?
Alan Brazil's
Favourite
nuts.
seed? Fuck knows.
Sunflower? Pumpkin?
Poppy?
We'll go pumpkin.
Pumpkin seed's nice. Poppy.
Poppy seeds.
It's got to be sesame for me. I will say that.
What is the point of sesame seeds?
What-
Are
are you
burgers any
joking?
different?
Why
with or
do I
without?
do any research for the game when this is what we're talking about? I
we've
get
got some
briefs on
research.
seeds.
No, we've got loads.
You
to
research for the game, Scotty. What show do you think? What has Jay done to? What's going on here?
Jay told me it was like a thorough, research needed, and then I realised you'd gone to Nando's beforehand. Did he go? Did Jay go for the soft one,
What's that?
like was it lemon and herb?
Yeah, no, he went with the one below. That was it
Yeah.
called? Plainish.
Plainish,
It's called.
no sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. Just microwave it, please. Even the grill mark says too spicy for him.
Yeah.
We've got a big game coming up here, Adam. And with a big game, we've got a big
Goes
team.
Nando's has ketchup. Who does that, bruv?
He has ketchup.
Yeah, at Nando's.
There's a girl at my school who I think she had some sort of condition, but she couldn't eat ketchup because it was too spicy.
No, it was
yeah,
not
yeah.
because it was too spicy.
The acidity in the ketchup.
No.
burned
It's not
her tongue.
because it was too. It was because of an ingredient in there that she couldn't have.
No.
No
It-
one
it
eats
burned her
ketchup
tongue.
and goes, "Oh, spicy."
She went, oh. Definitely. I mean, if she went near a Thai sweet chili, wow. Game over. Right, let's go through this team then. You've got David De Gea, right back Malacia, who is, I suppose not Van der Beek, sorry, Wan-Bissaka isn't even on the bench, so I guess that is a necessity, but I think he probably would have started there even if Wan-Bissaka was available. Then we've got Lindelof, Martinez and Shaw. Midfield, that sort of preferred midfield three, Casemiro, Eriksen, Fernandes, and a front lineup of Rashford, Martial and Elanga. That front three, has it changed every single game so far this season? It feels like it changes almost every game, doesn't it? I think there's a point where we had Rashford, Sancho and Anthony. They
Yeah.
played a few. But we've not had Martial starting many games this season. Are you happy to see him back, Scotty?
Yeah, really happy to see him back. I've been a massive critic over the last few years, but this season, despite the injuries, every time he's played, he's either scoring or getting involved amongst the goals. So fingers crossed he can have this break during the World Cup and then start again the other side of it really good. But yeah, happy to see him leading the line.
Yeah, me too. CM with a super chat says Maguire, last Premier League start, West Ham win, clean sheet. Lindelof, last Premier League start, Aston Villa, a loss, 3 goals conceded.
No.
Too
Let's
small a
not
sample size,
put that
come
on Lindelof. I thought Lindelof made a mistake for the goal where Ollie Watkins ran out, and then I can't remember which goal that was at, but one of them he made a mistake for. But let's not put that on Victor Lindelof. Victor Lindelof's so much better than Maguire,
You think?
especially with the ball at his feet. Jesus.
Yeah.
Watching Maguire, I don't like to say it after games because it's got boring now, criticising Maguire. I think everyone knows our opinions on it, but he does slow us down a lot, and he doesn't move with the rest of the team in the way we should,
No.
which is a problem.
What do you make of that team?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it's Casemiro sitting and Eriksen and Bruno ahead of him. Elanga, the fact that Elanga's starting shows how much we need to improve in our squad, like the depth and stuff. 'Cause I personally, he's done well for us. He works hard, granted, but is he ever going to be more than a squad player? Should we start in Premier League games for us? Probably not.
Do you get worried though with the World Cup around the corner? I think there's 9 of them there, aren't there, that are going to Qatar. I'm right, Martial and Lang are the only 2 that aren't going to the World Cup. Do you think that's
Wait, are Sweden in?
No.
No, so Lindelof's not.
Oh, Lindelof. Do you worry that they might be a little bit cautious with playing today? You wouldn't want to get injured before.
And De Gea's not. But yeah, so most of this team are going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Will they have one eye on that?
Would you?
I don't know. I wouldn't personally, because United greater than England, and I put club above country all the time. But some of these players won't think like that.
And
Do
also,
you know what I mean?
especially if you look through that squad, this might be Eriksen's last World Cup. This might be Casemiro's last World Cup. Maybe not, but he's 30. You don't know what the lay of the land will be in 4 years. This is Rashford's sort of first World Cup where he's...
Did you hear Casemiro the other day, though, what he
starter.
said? He was like, no, I don't care about that. I just focused on
And also,
Manchester United.
The other
Like,
thing to remember is...
hopefully that's what's running through the dressing room.
It's not like World Cup matches you can't get injured. It's still just a football match after a football match after a football match. Like, why would you prioritise being fit for the first World Cup match when... If you're going to play hard and get injured, it can just happen in that one.
You could have got
as well.
injured last week.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all all of it is just you just hope you don't get injured. But most weeks, most of these players don't.
I imagine
none of these
Ronaldo's probably
Except Martial,
focusing on looking after himself.
Yeah.
And Erik Ten Hag's gone, I'm not asked, carry on, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah, one less problem if you stay in a cryo chamber this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, he lives in one of them, doesn't he?
He's been in one of them. It's a shit World Cup, though, isn't it? Being mid-season. Like, we haven't got that Wayne Rooney in an oxygen chamber and David Beckham and everyone praying over his metatarsal. We haven't got no drama. Because if you're injured, you're fucked, you're out.
Yeah.
Like, there's no... Even if you got a little hammy.
Varane's one, but again, he looks like he should be fit for the start of the World Cup.
Yeah, but no one was praying over his foot.
No.
I want hysteria.
Yeah.
Like, this World Cup's just very...
You usually get that gap, don't you? That sort of running into the who's going to make it or not. Yeah. Fingers crossed that it isn't today where we get that sort of drama, the way.
Do you know everyone's talking?
Yeah, shit.
I want to be corrected on this. I want to be sort of pushed back on and someone tell me why I'm wrong here. So, I mean, I'm sure you'd be...
You love me pushing back on you, don't you?
I do, yeah. Because otherwise it's just me having to do all the work.
Awkward place to be in between you two right now.
But...
It's a threesome I didn't want.
In October, United played, I think it was 9 games, or 8 or 9 games it was in October.
Yeah.
This World Cup, if you win it or get to the final, which is only 2 teams, everyone else is playing less than this, you play 7 games over the space of a month. So that is less than Man United's players will have played in October. Why? I know there are obviously extra games to be played in the season, I get that, but surely players are going to be just fit to come back. Like, people are like, you're going to need 2 weeks off after the World Cup. But if you think of it as like a European trip, there are some European trips that take 6-7 hours to get to. Qatar takes 6-7 hours to get to. It's not like it's Australia. It's not that far away, and they're not playing that many games.
Also, you'd imagine
really
Rashford and Shaw will be home soon.
Yeah.
Denmark
Only 2 teams
aren't
are playing 7 games.
Brazil, Casemiro might be there for the whole tournament.
Casemiro might be.
Do you know what I mean? Martinez
maybe.
But do you know what I mean? It's not like they're playing 20 games in a month. They're playing 7 maximum.
I'm actually looking forward to what we can do during that break. Because you got Sancho, Marshall, like Ilanga, a few other... Like, they won't be going. They'll be able to just stay on the training. Especially that's important for Sancho, who's been... out of favour recently.
Yeah, definitely.
People saying it's 50 degrees. The average temperatures in Qatar in November, December is around 26 degrees and 21 degrees. So it might go up, it might go down, but it's not 50 degrees. That's
usually how weather works.
That's why it's happening in the World Cup. But they're your average temperatures for the month. So it's not mentally hot. It's not 50 degrees. Like,
did you watch the documentary on it?
No.
FIFA.
No, yeah, no, I was supposed to scan them.
Scumbags in it. Dirty, man.
Is it bad?
It's a good documentary.
Is it from the FIFA perspective? Like how they
Sepp Blatter speaks in it. Like
is that where he admits that Qatar they should never have got the World Cup?
Yeah, pretty much so, yeah. But it's clear anyway. There's so many backhanders going on, dodgy things going on. Yeah, it's grim.
Sepp Blatter getting a dirty little backhander. You wouldn't want to see that, would you? No one wants to see that.
He would love it.
Sepp Blatter of all people as well. He's like the Bernie Ecclestone of football. They just look kind of the same. The grey hair. They're just running it. They're just taking the piss, and they both.
Was he ever a footballer or anything?
Blatter.
Like, why is he? Why is he a thing?
Obviously.
Do you know what I mean?
Sepp Blatter was. Yeah.
Like, how do these people worm their way into the game? I bet he could never kick
Business
the
and
ball in
money,
his
innit?
life.
Yeah.
Prick.
Was he not a footballer? No, he wasn't.
Where's he from? Joseph
He's from-
Blatter. Is that a German? Austrian?
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Swiss man.
The
His early
Swiss
life,
seems
he
to
was-
be the spot for UEFA. Why is that? Because it's so neutral?
Taxes.
Tax free, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He went to the University of Lausanne in 1959.
Lausanne, that's in Switzerland.
Lausanne, yeah. And he studied business and economics. I mean, in fairness, he's got the background of someone that could make a decent businessman. But he helped organise the 1972 and 76 Olympic Games. So he's got some kind of background. The problem with him is he's corrupt.
Yeah.
It's not that he doesn't know what he's doing, it's that he knows what he's doing and he's picking
It's like
shit
Platini.
things.
I think he paid Platini to not go head to head with him for the spot.
Yeah. Maybe say allegedly on that, because I don't... Is that actually right?
No,
Is that
yeah,
definitely
there's a
true?
payment made.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Platini obviously
Watch
was a
the
footballer.
documentary.
Do you
Also-
remember him?
Also,
Yeah.
is
Paris
Sepp
Saint-Germain.
Blatter watching?
Sepp Blatter probably isn't watching, and I can't imagine many of his associates are.
I
either.
once asked Prince Andrew to sue me on this show.
Did he
Never
do it?
sued me.
He's still getting around to it.
Shook.
Did you hear the suggestion of him going on I'm a Celebrity, Prince Andrew?
Can I just say, by the way,
No.
this Matt Hancock
What, to
thing
take
on
pressure
I'm a
off Matt
Celebrity
Hancock?
is a disgrace. I find it an absolute disgrace that a person can be responsible and part of the party that has single-handedly destroyed this country, not only since the pandemic and all that, but for the last however long, 10, 12 years or whatever it is. And then he gets the privilege of being paid 400 grand to go on TV
that what he got?
and try
Yeah.
and rebuild his character. What the fuck? Why is this country full of morons? Who's decided to pay this prick 400 grand to go on there? And they'll use it as an excuse. Oh, we'll challenge him and stuff on there. You got people hugging him and shit. Fuck that geezer. Should have him spit roasted above the fire.
Excuse me. I think he might like that. Did you see as well that he was like, "Oh, I want to do it to prove that politicians are humans too." We know you're humans. It's that we don't think you know we're humans that is the problem. You don't think the general
No, it's
public
because
is
they
human.
don't care about other humans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the problem is they don't treat other people like humans, not that they aren't humans.
400
I know
grand?
you're in a.
I'm in a bit of a
pickle
quagmire
here.
of who I work for, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been a better watch if it was like him in a nursing home full of COVID. Get me out of it.
That would be better, wouldn't it? Really defend yourself. Really defend what you've done.
Instead
Anyway,
of eating Camelanus or whatever the fuck he's on.
yeah.
You ever
Yeah,
done
it's
that?
a joke.
No, not willingly.
Camelanus might be really nice, and we're just giving him a treat.
It could be because people eat like tripe and stuff. What's that? Like,
What's that again? Belly?
Sheep's intestine.
Belly in it. Yeah.
Belly.
Yeah.
Feel
So,
good stuff.
but like people eat
No,
that.
that's haggis, isn't it?
What?
Haggis is a belly filled with stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. So is football.
Have you ever
usually.
had haggis?
Yeah, I've had haggis. I've had
Nice.
tripe as well.
You just eat any old tripe, don't you?
White
brain
tripe.
ones.
I've never had brown tripe.
White?
Yeah, brain.
Brain in Morocco.
What kind of brain? Animal wise?
I think it was lamb.
Oh.
It was vile.
Was
Once
it?
had lamb's
Inside
gullet.
and outside.
Lamb's gullet.
Yeah, in a restaurant in Spain.
I once had lamb's gusset.
It was really nice.
Was it?
Once had this lamb gushing. What?
I can't believe you've eaten nasty throat meat before. That's really quite upsetting, actually. Anyway, here's the league table as it stands. United 2 games behind Spurs and Newcastle, 6 and 7 points behind them, respectively. United's goal difference, we don't show it there, but is shit in comparison to both of
We've
them.
got no decent strikers. That's
We
probably
can't
why.
score, that's why.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, our only half-decent striker, who hasn't scored in 2 years, hasn't been fit all season, so we've struggled to score goals.
What you say?
I said our only half-decent striker, who's being Martial, hasn't scored in 2 years. What did he get last year? 2 goals
Scored last game, mate.
in the last 2 seasons. So we've got a goal difference of -1.
Goals to game ratio of like 37 minutes a goal. It's currently better than Haaland.
Yeah, well, we knew that anyway. We knew Martial was better than Haaland, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea lost again yesterday. They're now 2 points behind United, and they've played a game more than us. Liverpool 2 points behind Manchester United, and they've played a game more than us. 1 point behind United, and they've played a game more than us. Are you?
An echo.
That's me. Are you happy with this spot United found ourselves in going into this sort of winter break?
Not really. I think with City getting beat this weekend, it really felt like the Villa result last week was an absolute kick in the teeth.
Yeah.
And it's some sort of performances that I think might be the change of us getting top 4. It's decent. I mean, if we win today, then it's good to go into the World Cup, and then hopefully the other side we can carry on the run. We could do better, I think. It's a B+ if we're giving grades.
If we'd have beat Villa last week and we'd have won this game today,
Yeah.
we'd be 3 points behind City,
Exactly.
which is insane. Obviously, I mean, we didn't beat them, and
It's there for
We
the.
haven't won today yet,
I
but-
seriously thought it was there for the league wasn't all written off that City could walk it this season.
The thing with City is the thing they struggle with is being a one team, one horse race or whatever. They've always struggled with that. City are at their best when someone's pushing them. I think that a lot of their great sort of wins have been pipping Liverpool by 2 points, pipping Liverpool on goal difference, beating United on goal difference, beating United by 1 point. Like, they're not particularly great at staying ahead and just pulling away. They can do it. They have done it.
Yeah.
But usually they're at their best when someone else is pushing them all the way.
Was it a black Americano? Sorry.
Flat white, please. And it feels like actually no, an iced Americano would be lovely. And it feels
what
like
do you want, by the way?
I like one of them iced Americanos.
yeah, get them down.
As we've got the summer weather.
It feels like City's players and City's management and City's fans, or Pep is probably the only one that's sort of against this, where I don't think they think Arsenal can push them all the way. And because of that, they're taking the foot off. I think City are playing like they've already won the league. And
You think
Arsenal
there's that ego across
and Arsenal
though?
going, hang on a second. I don't think that's a City problem. I think that's just a human condition problem where everyone requires rivals and like someone pushing you the whole way. And when City haven't got that, City had it in Liverpool last season. City have had it in United in the past. When they haven't got that, they drop off. And we've seen them do this before. And I worry that we could see another sort of Leicester season this year where Arsenal, who have got City pushing them, who have got that mentality of no one expects us to be here, no one thinks we can do this, they won't lose the mental side. It's just whether it's too much for them, if you know what I mean.
Well, if Arsenal end up winning the league this season, Jay Mott is going to have a busy summer deleting all the tweets he has, slagging them off that they're never going to do it.
We've got to get rid of some better than Arteta clips going out as well, because I
Nah,
think
them clips are going to bang.
that's true. We'd be like Rory with Haaland. Like, yeah, we did a whole show that was built around the idea that
You're not
Mikel
supposed
Arteta was
you're
a shit
telling
manager.
people currently.
Oh yeah,
You're
forget
flagging
about
them
that.
up to it.
But yeah,
No, that's going to stand, and it's going to stand the test of time, because we're right.
we are right.
Double down. Don't be such a loser.
Yeah, don't back down, double down, as Limmy once said. 58 goal, 50 Godge. Wait,
What?
here we go again from the start. 58 Godge, 58 says, are Newcastle and Arsenal guaranteed top four now? Oh, no, absolutely not. Definitely not.
It's more likely Arsenal finish outside the top four than win the league.
Do you think?
Really? Even though the 5 points clear now?
Yeah.
That's a
5
drop,
points
that.
is
If
piss all
they,
the
if they
way
keep
in.
up this rate, they get 100 odd points.
This is like the sixth.
That's ridiculous.
Did you know
their form's hats off to them, but it's mad to keep that up.
there's only
Yeah.
one United team in Premier League history that have had more points in 14 games than Arsenal have so far, and it's the 90. I think it's the 93-94 season, or yeah, I think it is, and that's it.
Another frustrating thing in that is that United are one of the teams that have beat Arsenal this season.
I know.
Do you know, so if we play consistently well, then we should be up there alongside them. Because would you say that United's strongest 11's better than Arsenal's strongest 11?
I think so.
I think so.
I think they're a team that is currently playing above the sum of their parts, which you have
Yeah.
to give the manager some
But
credit.
they've had a
for that.
settled team, which is
Arteta's
important.
been there
Ours
for a
hasn't-
while,
Ours
hasn't
hasn't
he?
been settled. Like
No.
even if you look at,
Well, we're the
alright,
only
you'd say
team to
our
beat
front
them.
three might be better on paper, but how often have we played our best front three together?
Never.
Never.
Our first choice, or what I would assume to be our first choice front three, hasn't played a single 90 minutes together yet this season. Assuming that's Rashford, Martial, Anthony, which I would guess
Yeah,
is
I'd
if
say
everyone's fit. That's not played 90 minutes. Martial hasn't played 90 minutes in the Premier League yet this
That's
season.
insane, that, isn't
Like,
it? I mean,
yeah.
when you look, when you say statistics like that, being fifth with a game in hand isn't the worst case
It's
scenario.
not the worst
is it?
thing in the
No.
world at all. And you know, if we win those 2 games in hand, we'll be level points with Tottenham, probably behind them on goal difference unless we get 11 goals in those 2 games, which I doubt we will. But we'll be very nicely placed in that sort of top 4 mix if you think where Chelsea are. Also, I'm going to bring back my little prediction that I said, I think it was either 1 week ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I wouldn't be surprised if Potter gets sacked before Christmas. And I'm going to stick by that. I think I can see it. I can absolutely see it. The only unknown in that is I don't know Todd Burley's disposition for sacking managers. I know they got rid of Tuchel easy, but
What did you call him?
Todd Burley. What do you call him? Todd Bowley?
Related to George, is he?
George Burley.
George Burley, the football.
Oh yeah. Todd Bowley.
Related to Basil?
Basil Bowley.
Don't remember Basil Bowler?
Who's Basil Bowley?
I remember Basil Brush.
I remember
Basil
Basil
Bowler
Bush.
used to be a defender, didn't he? For yeah, he was.
For Marseille. How am I supposed to remember Marseille's?
He was one of the best centre fullbacks.
Chris Waddle's team and that.
I remember Basil Fawlty.
He won the Champions League.
The social guy's getting a bit chirpy back there, isn't he?
Is it? Giving work experience to the social media guy.
It's Jay Motti with nice, lovely brown jumper, that one, actually, Jay. Yeah.
Whose granddad you robbed?
He scored in the Champions League final, didn't he? Basil Burley.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Potter gets sacked before Christmas.
I can't see that. What is it? Not 1 in 5 games.
Yeah. They won. I think
they give him time because he's their appointment. And also, we're judging Chelsea based off Roman.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know his disposition.
We don't know what Burley's going to do. Do you know what I mean?
Craig Burley. Fulham then. 9th in the Premier League. Looking decent. Already on 19 points this season. Looking pretty good. How concerned are you about their sort of abilities? Mitrovic, obviously, their kind of main guy.
He's not playing today. Can you get the team out? I don't think Mitrovic is available. They've got a few key players out today.
They've got a fair few going to the World Cup as well, haven't they? Fulham in their starting 11. I think Fulham started really well, better than I think they expected to. Obviously through Mitrovic, and they got some great results earlier on. They're a decent team, and I don't think Craven Cottage is that easy to go to and get results. Quite a compact ground. Have you been to Craven Cottage?
Yeah,
it's good away day, innit, down there?
It's a nice stadium.
Really nice down there. Oh, we've got a pound shot Pirlo or pre-season Pirlo.
So Fulham's full team, we've got Leno, we've got De Cordova, Reed, Diop, Ream, Robinson, Palinha, Kearney, Andreas Pereira, obviously Manchester United's Andreas Pereira, or formerly Man United's Andreas Pereira. Then we've got Wilson, Vinicius, and Willian. Is that the Willian? It is, isn't it?
Willian,
Not the real Vinicius, though.
That's what I was going to say.
Is that his dad? Because Vinicius Jr. is the one that plays for Real Madrid, so that's his dad.
Oh man, yeah.
Neymar Senior used to play for
Fulham.
Yeah. yeah. And then Neymar Jr. plays for PSG.
He's Roy Hodgson's Fulham, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Neymar Senior.
Substitutes.
Remember John Tigana?
Yeah, he was the manager of. He was a player.
Fulham. Fulham's manager. Actually, was he a part of that Marseille team as well? Or did he?
How am I spelling that?
He was involved somewhere.
Oh yeah. I'll find it.
But John Tigana managed Louis Saha's team, right?
He played for Marseille between 89 and 91 when they won the league.
Proper knowledge, that.
That is genuinely quite exceptional. He won it twice in a row with them. With Cantona, I think, was in that team.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Wow. Good knowledge, that, Adam. You know what, for that, you can have yourself a little coffee.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Really good stuff. Do you like United's front three? Rashford, Elanga, Martial. Talk me through it. Because we're not scoring enough goals, are we?
It's better than what we've put out recently. And by that, I mean any forward line that's kind of contained Ronaldo recently has not allowed us to play the way we want to play. I don't think Ronaldo's particularly the problem in that. I just think he's not suited to it. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. I think we can improve on Elanga, but it's a good front three. He's got energy. He's got pace. He's got good pressing ability. I thought Martial led the line really well the other day. Despite the fact we couldn't really get him on the ball, I thought everything that he does off the ball is the right thing to do in terms of positions that he occupies on that.
Can I just bring you a quote from Ten Hag on Martial from the other day, which I think is like about as big a boost as I've ever seen anyone give Martial. So he said, Ten Hag talking about him, said, "It's quite clear in my way of playing, I like the type that Anthony Martial is because he can hold the ball, he's a target, he can link up, he can also run in behind, he has speed, he can finish, and he's a good presser." That's him saying, this is your job, go on, impress me. And he needs that sort of mental boost.
I think also he can decide what kind of striker we buy.
Yeah.
Are we going to go out for a number one main man? Let's say he tears it up between now and the end of the season, doesn't get injured. Ten Hag probably thinks, right, I need a backup striker.
Yeah.
Whereas if he continues to be injured in and out of the team, then he goes, right, I need a main striker. I think that's where he's at the moment. I was going to start mentioning about Rashford as well. Everyone knows what I think about Martial. Rashford's goal the other day.
So good.
The strength, the ability, not going down.
Yeah.
Putting his body across,
as well to get that step
putting his body across the player where he knows I either score or he fouls me. Like, I thought that was a really good goal by Marcus Rashford. He's improved with his heading ability, but that goal was particularly because I think, and we probably want most players. You see when Tyrone Mings comes across, falls into him, he fell over, didn't he?
Yeah.
Go down.
Yeah.
Go down. Everyone goes down. You're allowed to. But he scored. I thought it was a very good goal, man.
I thought it was really good. It takes a lot of mental composure to be in that position where you've got two defenders, one after the next, coming after you, and to have a bit of a body feint or a step over or a skill to get past both of them, I thought was really impressive. Also, just on Martial, I know you mentioned it before, but he's currently got 4 goals, 2 assists in 6 appearances this season. He's played 220 minutes, which means he's averaging a goal or assist every 36.6 minutes this season, which is, I mean, obviously ridiculous.
Lionel Messi's shitting himself.
Lionel Messi's absolutely... Lionel Messi 2012, the per 90 king.
Yeah.
Martial. If Martial doesn't play again this season, that's one of the greatest seasons of all time, isn't it, Scotty?
Yeah, definitely for Martial.
36.6 minutes.
I think he could... if he... I touch what he does and he stays fit, he has an amazing season.
Yeah.
But if he continues to kind of score, get injured, go off, and then it didn't happen, we'd be like, injuries ruined him.
Injuries ruined
Do you know what I mean?
Even though last season...
We forget about
last season. His injuries have sort of rewritten his career, hasn't it? This season.
Last season, he played 23 games in all comps, in the league, of Premier League, everything. And he got 2 goals, 1 assist. The season before that, the 2020-2021 season, which felt like a really bad season, and it was, but actually 36 appearances, 7 goals, 9 assists, which is still poor, but not actually as bad as I remembered. It was last season, which was the real disaster, wasn't it?
He didn't play for a lot of it.
No.
But then once you go 8 months without scoring, no one cares how many games you're in it.
Exactly.
So he's done more this season in 6 games than he did in 27 last year.
23 last year. The year before was obviously his best season. 23 goals, 12 assists in 48 games for Man United. That's the standard he needs to be. 20 goals, 10 assists a season, you'd be happy with him playing up front every week for United.
I agree. And like what Adam said there, and I think Ten Hag said in his comments about him, it's not just his goal scoring ability as well, it's his off the ball, because he's dragging defenders out of place, which is allowing other people to run in behind. Ronaldo's not offering a lot of that.
I think against Villa in the first half, we kept trying this diagonal pass, and it was because he'd go over to the left, create an overload with whoever was down on the left. I think it was Rashford early on, but then Rashford switched to the right. And then they'd constantly create that overload there and then switch it to the right where everyone was free. And it's like he's creating that and you don't remember he was part of that when the ball gets...
Because his build-up and his dribbling and his touch in tight spaces is so good, he can take the ball in a difficult area, play it out to someone free on the edge of the box who's then got the space to make that cross. Whereas Ronaldo in that same position, his first touch hasn't been good enough this season. His short passing hasn't been nearly good enough this season. And holding the ball up hasn't been good enough. So you play the ball into him and he loses it or he tries to take a shot.
And sometimes Ronnie does things where... All right, I know a player's there, so I'm going to flick it and run on.
Yeah.
So it looks like I'm doing the right thing, but the pass ain't.
Yeah.
I know the pass ain't going to get there because someone's going to intercept. It's a bit frustrating. Anyway, we got something that's happening on December the 30th, 2022. It's this year, isn't it? Yeah. I forgot what year it was then.
22, mate.
It was because I was buying Peter Kay tickets over there, and they were selling tickets in 2025, bruv. Who's going to wait till 2025? I couldn't buy a ticket for something in 2022. For 2025, I'd feel like I won't make it.
No. My mate bought Elton John tickets in 2018.
Your mate went to see Elton John?
We haven't been yet. It still not happened. Keeps postponing it. Honestly, can't stop it.
It's like a candle in the wind, isn't it?
I hope he's still standing by then.
Yeah, I guess that's why they call it the blues. Isn't it? What's happening on December 30th, Adam?
So we are going to be in Dublin, Ireland. Myself, Joe, Jay, Steve, Brian McClare is going to be with us as well. We're going to be there for a whole load of fun and debauchery.
Some debauchery, I'm sure. Live podcast in Dublin, Ireland.
So we'll have a live podcast and a live interview with Brian McClare, so you get 2 for the price of 1. And it's going to be just before New Year's Eve, just after Christmas. You know, bring your leftover beers over and that. And
great for Christmas presents. If you got a mate, you think, oh, they'd be up for it. Get him a ticket.
Yeah, I've been out in Dublin. And I've been at a few places in Ireland, and the amount of people that watch Paddock come up to us there. Yeah. So now's your chance to come and get involved. Where is it again?
Big Top. A red top.
Big Top.
One or two.
Big Top.
But yeah, the link to that is in the description and in the comments as well. So click on that, have a look, make sure you check it out.
And if you're not interested in us, Brian McClare's all right.
Brian McClare, Manchester United, great.
One scored over 30 goals in a season.
Do you know what I mean? Not bad, that is it.
How many people do that?
He's always got crack as well, Brian.
Yeah. We've had him on the channel before. Yeah, Brian McClare's a lovely lad. And we'll be there with him, so come and join us.
Yeah, check out the link in the description.
Jay said if we sell more than 200 tickets, he's getting back on it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
More than 2.
It's more than two. Sorry,
What happened in Dublin stays in Dublin.
That's true. Like,
not when you bring it.
marriage.
Yeah, it didn't come back to Manchester with him, that one. Yeah, we can't be having Jay back on the booze. That's too much. Someone's saying, why are all the top teams falling over themselves trying to gift the Premier League to Arsenal? It's a good question.
I think Arsenal have just done they've drawn one and lost one.
That's so good.
It's ridiculous.
That is
But
good.
also, people keep going top at Christmas. It's not like the old top at Christmases because you normally play another 6 games before Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So normally when you'd be top at Christmas, it was because you played 18 or 19 games.
Yeah.
Now you play 13 or 14.
14.
So it's a bit different, but fair. But you can't.
And also,
Can't
United
knock
were
it.
top of on New Year's Day 2 years ago, and we finished a relatively distant second in the end. Like, it was a good run, but we never really were close to winning the Premier League.
Do you think those kind of top at Christmas, bottom at? Do you think anyone cares?
There was a point when I don't know if it's still the case, but there's only one team that had been bottom at Christmas and not been relegated.
Bottom at Christmas.
Bottom at Christmas. So it used to be a pretty good indicator of who was
Was
going
that
to get
Brian
relegated.
Robson's West Brom?
The Great Escape one, I think it was.
Kieran
yeah.
Richardson and Brian
I think it might have been. I
Robson.
think since then there's been a couple more that have done it. But generally speaking, if you were bottom at Christmas, you got relegated. So that was a decent metric. But the top at Christmas one, it's just a nice little fun thing to look at, really, rather than actually mean it.
I think if it's you that's top at Christmas, then obviously it gives you that little boost that you can do it, a little bit more. But you're professional athletes, you should have a bit more of a mindset that anything's achievable.
Yeah. This midfield three, I love it. I love Casemiro. I love Fernandes. I love Eriksen. Looked a bit ropey against Villa, didn't it? Did that worry Adam?
I think there's a lot of fatigue going on at the moment as well. We're playing people in Thursdays and then midweeks. Midweeks, weekends.
Yeah.
We're playing the same team. Like, we've played this midfield so many times. I think Bruno had a rest recently, which was forced through suspension.
Yeah.
We need to rest some of these lads, don't we? We do. I genuinely don't care if all of our players are out at group stages, In
What
fact,
about the
I hope
mental
so.
effect that could have on them?
Make them want to work harder in it when they come back.
Will it?
Yeah, if you've won the World Cup, imagine the complacency that can creep in the middle of the season.
Do you know normally?
Yeah, the partying afterwards and stuff.
Imagine that.
I'm going to say this again. Back to my point that is completely not backed by anything, and every current or former professional footballer seems to disagree with me on this. Do you know how people always say, oh, the World Cup, the problem with the World Cup or the tournaments is you miss pre-season, you don't get proper pre-season. Then no one's missing a pre-season this year. I think this might be the bet. Like, I think the players might get to the end of the season, have a month off, have a 6-week pre-season or whatever it is, and go, we actually preferred it being in the winter.
No, but your season
Physically.
started earlier and it finishes later, don't it?
But it was a week earlier, and I think it's only a week later, even if it is later. I think they might be like, you won't get the hangover that you normally get from a World Cup, I don't think, because they've had their pre-season, a proper pre-season, and this season will end. They'll have a proper rest, a proper pre-season, and start again next year. I think
No
as
one's
an
getting
athlete,
a proper rest, bro.
well, you get a month off.
The players who aren't
After
good
the
enough to
World
go to the World
No,
Cup.
I'm talking about at the end of this season.
Okay,
They will go into next year fresh, whereas normally, like, remember how shit every England player was after the Euros?
Yeah, but then we've got another tournament in 18 months.
Yeah, well, it'll be all fucked again by then.
So I think next summer is going to be qualifiers and that.
Will it? Are they during the summer?
I'd imagine so, because you normally have another international break here, don't you?
Yeah. So there'll be
'Cause an international break's been
so there'll be
lost.
some games to catch up on, yeah. But I think not missing pre-season with your club will actually be a good thing for the players, personally. Because they're playing the more games, but they play them anyway, and now they're not losing a pre-season.
I'm just looking at it from a fan's point of view. I just think that...
Yeah, from a fan's point of view, it's shit.
Yeah, having a World Cup at Christmas. I just like the idea of going down to the pub, nice hot day on a June, July, and that's what football's, World Cup was all about. And it just...
People jumping on bus stops and shit.
Yeah, ramming a flare up your ass, the good old days of being a football fan. But this just seems like the least anticipated World Cup in my life.
Not excited.
Not
It's
at all.
10 days away.
I was going to say the World Cup starts less than that. The first game's on the 19th, innit?
Who's playing? Qatar against who? It's usually the
Scanning.
home nation are in the first
Checking,
game, right?
scanning. Sunday, 20 November, Qatar, Ecuador.
Big one.
Ecuador
boy.
won the first ever World Cup. No, Uruguay won the first ever World Cup. Was it Ecuador or Uruguay? I get confused
Uruguay.
with
I
their
don't think
flags.
Ecuador have never won a World Cup.
No, Ecuador, I don't get confused with their flags. Ecuador is Tony V's lads, isn't it?
Ecuador and Colombia is pretty similar.
Yeah, yellow, blue, and red. It's Qatar versus Ecuador, and that game is in 1 week exactly. Is it 1 week and 5 minutes ago that game starts? The World Cup starts in 1 week,
and we're about to watch a game.
It doesn't fit, and United haven't even finished playing yet. That is insane, isn't it? The whole thing is just shit, really.
I usually do that thing where I try and watch every game until it becomes impossible to do so.
Yeah,
I
and
ain't
even
doing
then,
that this
if
time.
you've got a VR headset, you can change the left lens and the right lens to have 2 different inputs. So you can have Qatar, Ecuador on one, and you can have USA, Wales on the other. Watch them at the same time. Right? Just getting absolutely pumped full of footy data. So fucking blast me away with it. That's what I'm gonna do. So, you know, if you think you have to miss a game, then that's up to you. But really, just
pumped full of footy data.
Yeah, it's nice. Are you surprised by Newcastle? Up into third. Only lost 1 game this season. They only them and Arsenal have lost so few matches. It's not like they're not cheating it either. They've scored 29 goals, which is 11 more than United. Conceded 11 goals, which is 8 less than United. Like they're not fluking this. They're looking really good.
My surprise of Newcastle United is that how well they've done, considering they didn't have the major investment that everyone expected this summer. You know, I think everyone expected them to go out and splash a load of money. I think they might do that in January post the World Cup, seeing what who's on offer to be bought. But I think Eddie Howe deserves a lot of credit. I think many people have written him off after he left the Bournemouth job and then he's coming there at Newcastle, and the football is absolutely fantastic. The goal yesterday was brilliant. Did you see it?
I didn't see it. No, it was Joe Willock, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Good finish.
Yeah,
It's amazing that he's getting a real tune out of some players that I personally thought were sort of bang average to maybe below average, like Almiron, Willock, like certain players like those two in particular. Even what's his name in midfield? That used to be a striker, Joe Linton, who looked like a 35 or 45 million pound flop. Now that you've got these players who are looking like, you know, some of the best in their position in the Premier League, or certainly on form. I know they're not that quality, but it's mad how well they're doing, isn't it?
They're doing really well. I like Sven Botman's been good as well, I think.
Trippier's had a great season.
Trippier's been a big signing, yeah.
All these players who were like, you know, all right, yeah, Trippier was decent at Tottenham and then he's good for England, but he's probably past it. Now he's looking phenomenal again. It's amazing what a bit of confidence and
shows you what a
decent
good
manager
coach can do as well, as well for the team.
Do you think they'll stay top 4? Do you think they'll make it?
I think they'll just come up short, but I don't think that's bad.
What do you? So looking at that table there, then,
I think the top
what's your final top 4?
will be Arsenal, not in top. I think Man City will be in the league. I think Man City, Arsenal, United, and Liverpool will be in the top 4.
Do you? Liverpool?
I think Spurs will drop out, and I think Conte will be gone this season. And I think Chelsea will continue to be as they are. We'll be inconsistent, but I think we'll be the most consistent out of
the inconsistent
us, Chelsea, and Spurs and
the best of a bad bunch.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your?
Excuse me.
I think it might be a bit different. I think City will still go on to win the league. Arsenal are fantastic at letting things slip. I think Newcastle will sneak in, and I think it's between United and Newcastle for 3rd or 4th. I think they'll go out and invest in January for Man United and Newcastle.
So who's going to get it? Arsenal, City, and
Arsenal, City. I'd say United and then Newcastle.
Okay, yeah, United and Newcastle.
Yeah, for 3rd and 4th. I just think they've got the money, haven't they, to go out in January. So if their intention is to get Champions League, because that's beyond what their brief would have been for the season. So I think if they can buy,
I think just
players,
European football would have been nice.
But if you own Newcastle and you've got all the world's wealth in your bank, you buy 2 more players, it's getting you that Champions League. You're ahead of the project, aren't you? So it doesn't. If they can do it, I can't see why they won't.
It might fuck him, this Eddie Howe, you know, long term or medium term.
Why?
Because he's changing the expectations too quickly. So if he's not careful, he's going to be held to the.
No, but you have to remember,
it's
it's 13. I know they've been very good for a period before this season, but it's 13 games.
Yeah,
we've got to. It's 13 games.
15.
Have they played 15?
They played 15. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Newcastle played 15, but it's 50. All right, it's a long part of a season, but it's a third of a season. Well, it's under half of a season. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, a third. Really.
So, still a long way to go, man.
Yeah.
A long way to go. Injuries, I think that's one thing that could affect them, like Callum Wilson getting injured or something. I don't think they're as reliant on St. Maximin as they used to be. That's because Almiron's performing and, you know, they've got a few other decent players. But, yeah, if injuries come into it, could affect them. I think Liverpool will come good.
Yeah.
Like, as well.
How much do you think that European football might take the
if we win our game in hands, we're level with Spurs. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was saying like because the teams around Newcastle have all got European football, so you know
that's true.
That's another thing that might work in their
especially
favour.
Europa.
Yeah.
Europa's horrible, isn't it?
especially with the extra round that we've got to play. Paras, who's been a member for 23 months, said, "Happy Sunday, my bros. Who would represent United in a Premier League battle royale?" Is Martin as a shoe-in? Casemiro, I think, yeah, because he's got the height. You got to get someone over that rope.
Yeah.
You know what I
As
mean?
much as I love Martinez, I'm sure he'd die to try and get someone over the rope.
Yeah, he would.
He might need a ladder.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Casemiro, isn't it? Who else? Maybe McTominay.
I can imagine like Lisandro Martinez being an Eddie Guerrero type figure though. He's like flipping around a ring and quite small. He's got that Latino heat.
How tall's Dubravka?
No, Casemiro was the right choice.
Yeah, got to be on it.
Initial, right choice. He's a serious guy, isn't it?
Do you like Casemiro?
No, I fucking love him, man. And he loves being here as well. So infectious.
I've never seen two United signings fit into, I hate the term DNA, but everything that every single fan wants to see of their player.
Like
that passion. That Martinez and Casemiro particularly, you know what I mean? It's absolutely incredible for signings.
Like people would say Vidic and Evra, but they didn't start like that.
Took a while for him to get in, and I just it's just everything that we've been missing over the last few years. And I think Ollie was trying to sign personalities, and I don't think it matched the energy and the enthusiasm of the fans. And them two, he's just channel it all the time.
Probably the best window, potentially. Obviously, we're speaking again, 13 games for us. Probably the best window since Nani, Anderson, Tevez, Hargreaves.
All right, serious question then, Adam. Do you think we missed out on Arnautovic?
Hey, you laugh.
That was a mad week.
Can you imagine? That could have been who we had.
Who was the midfielder? Rabiot.
Yeah, Rabiot and Arnautovic, and then we ended up with Casemiro and Martinez.
Can
and
you
Anthony.
imagine that? And the thing is, I heard Fred talking about Casemiro the other day. Casemiro wanted to move all summer. Like it was spoken about. So we were fannying about looking at Rabiot and that. And Casemiro was waiting for us. That's mental.
Yeah.
Like, we should have done that early.
I still don't understand what. I still think when we were going for Rabiot, I think that they thought De Jong was still a possibility. That's the only explanation I can think of, is that we were going to get Rabiot and De Jong. I don't think that Rabiot was ever the first choice. Surely not.
I can't believe they were spanning the yarn that De Jong was ever coming to Old Trafford, really. You're supposed to be excellent at your job. You're supposed to read through this. And there's a problem with not having football people in the in the room in the negotiations. Just dragged along all summer. And you were talking before about it not being detrimental that clubs are starting early this season. I think if we start a week later and we get our business done, then we might not lose the games that we did at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. Those first two games certainly were just absolutely shocking, weren't they?
It's a polite way of putting it.
It was. Yeah. Did you see Brentford versus City yesterday? That felt almost like the Brentford that we had to play.
Yeah.
Do you know where you watch them after the first 50 minutes? Like, oh shit, they're
How
up for
good
it
is
today.
Ivan Toney?
He's good, but
should he have gone to the World Cup?
did he do anything yesterday that, like, I don't know, a striker that's decent in front of goal, but not much more could have done?
Good. Look at his ability on the ball,
Yeah.
passing, his interplay, his ability aerially, set pieces. I think he's got it all as a Premier League striker, I genuinely do, and I think he already plays in a system for Thomas Frank, so he'd be used to playing in a system. I just think there's something about him, man. He's an uncut gem.
I think he's good. I think he is a good player.
But you said, did he do anything yesterday?
But I didn't think. I think everyone after yesterday was like,
No, because
why
he
should have
scored 2
gone. why
goals.
did
I know,
this?
yeah.
But I think.
But I've been saying it for a lot. I said it last summer. We should have signed him.
He did what he's supposed to do, though, didn't he? He scored 2 goals, and that's what you want from your strikers. You're looking at Haaland's getting praised all season. He doesn't really touch the ball outside the box.
No,
you know what I mean? Van Nistelrooy, one of the best strikers of all time, exactly the same. That's what you strikers for, to score, and that's something that we've been wanting all season.
No, I would have him at United. I don't think he's a bad player by any means, but I think he would cost so much money now, or I think he would. I don't know. I think there's just a lack of strikers that are proven in Europe at the minute. My worry is that you spend 70 million on Ivan Toney or 60 million or whatever it would be, and you get 15 goals a season for it. That's my concern.
15 goals that we're not getting elsewhere.
Yeah, but I think a fit Anthony Martial is as good or better than Ivan Toney.
Could you not play them all three? Rashford, Toney, and
what was the question?
Maybe. Would you bring in Toney if it meant replacing Martial with him? Who do you think's better?
No, because you shouldn't be. We needed squad.
But who's starting?
Who starts?
That's what I'm saying.
I think you'd start both at various times. On occasions, you could rest Rashford and play Martial on the left, Toney through the middle. You know, other times you can put Tony on the bench, have Marshall through. Like,
Depends how much space.
I think it gives you options.
Yeah, it depends how much space the defence.
If it's,
I think Marshall's a
game,
better striker.
You do.
But Tony's been better over the last 18 months.
Yeah.
And he's been fitter. He's been more available.
Yeah.
Scoring more regularly. But I think he'd add to the competition there, innit? That's what you need.
Yeah.
You don't just need someone that has to start every game all the time.
No,
it's good if they do.
We need extra strikers, but I've just wondered if you thought Tony is.
You had Tony and
to replace
Hakpo to our
Martial.
front line, and Ronaldo leaves, for example.
Yeah.
It's a good front line, man.
You think?
You got Marshall and Tony, number 9. Got Anthony, who can play right wing. Rashford on the left. Then you got Hakpo, Garnacho, Ilanga might. Then you got all the Sancho's. You got loads of people in the back. I personally think Sancho needs to start coming through the middle in Bruno's position.
What do you make of Sancho this season?
I think more of it's been made than probably needs to be. I think he can play a lot better, and I think he will. I've still got faith in Jadon Sancho, though. I think people are writing him off too early. He's also, for as many bad games as he's had this season, he's also had good games.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's, you know, Liverpool, was it Leicester?
Yeah.
He's had a few good games as well. So I think it is, I think people, because there's so much going right at the moment, people are looking for something.
You're trying to find someone
he's,
to...
He's a big money signing. He's maybe not got as many goals and assists as we expected, but I'm not overly panicking. He's a player that needs people to play around him as well, play football. And I think that's what will become that kind of team.
If Martial had been playing this season, do you think Sancho has a better year than he has had?
Yes, but I think everyone has a better year than...
I
think United have a better
If
year.
you look at Rashford alongside Martial, he's a better player than he is when Rashford's playing alongside Ronaldo.
Together as well.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Yeah, definitely.
Marshall's a much better player when Rashford's about.
Yeah. Get your score predictions in. We've got 12 minutes till kick off. Let me know who you think is going to score for United.
Have you seen Ice Show Speed just going round everywhere? He's doing a tour today. He's at Fulham, Craven Cottage. He's in the Sky Sports studio. He's just about, man. He's loving life. Fair play to him.
I like him.
He's a happy guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know when someone's just happy? You can't.
He's just in it, isn't he?
He's just loving life.
In his world.
Yeah.
I really like him.
Yeah, see, and the videos of him and Paddy Crerand, he got some stick for them because people were saying he was being disrespectful and stuff to Paddy Crerand. I think Paddy Crerand was enjoying the kind of
jokes.
You know, the joke and like the hype and the like. You must have like Paddy Crerand's an ambassador for United.
Yeah.
He sits in those boxes, meeting and greeting people all day. He must love having a laugh sometimes.
Also,
you know what I mean?
Did Paddy Crerand say anything back?
Not rude.
I've sat in
He
rooms
just
with Paddy
joked.
Crerand. Yeah, I've sat in
He's
rooms with
been
Paddy Crerand. If he's not
meeting
feeling
people.
comfortable or enjoying it, then he'll let him. You know,
Yeah.
never known Paddy
He's been
Crerand to hold
meeting
his
football
tongue.
fans with a range of depth of knowledge for the last 50 years, 60 years. Like, he's encountered a fair few people that don't know who he is.
Yeah.
That, like, he's fine in that
He's not gonna get
situation, I'm
offended
sure.
by that.
No. Like, he's been doing that a long time. He knows what he's doing. So.
Yeah, I thought, like, I just looked at it like, old fella had a good time, man.
Yeah.
He didn't mean no harm, did he?
I can't believe how big he is. I can't believe how massive I Show Speed is and how quickly he's become.
It's just it
gone,
went from
hasn't it?
memes and then he played in that football game, the Sidemen
just
game,
gone.
and it's just
Gone
gone
ballistic.
clear.
I think he had like 200,000.
I'm expecting him to rock up with Ronaldo at some point in the next month.
Surely
in
Ronaldo
Qatar
will
or
meet him at some
something.
point.
Yeah, he came to the game for Ronaldo. And Ronaldo
He's done it
went
again
there.
today.
Oh, fuck.
He's not playing
Poor
again.
Fella. poor fella.
And he's just tweeted again, I went to a Ronaldo game and he's not here. I went to a Ronaldo game. Are you going to watch Ronaldo versus Fulham? I think they're playing. Where's Ronaldo in the Premier League? I can't see him. It just says Manchester United. Who are they? But yeah.
I love how he's been embraced by like
Everyone
British
likes
culture.
him. Everyone likes him.
But he hasn't got a clue about British culture. It's amazing. Like, he hasn't even got a clue about football. That was the beauty of it. You know what I mean?
But
All that
do you think any of it's an act,
suey
or do you
shit.
think it's all like?
I think
Obviously, some of it is.
I think it's his natural personality mixed with now. Now this is working. It might be my job. So now I have to
Have to play the
keep
character. a bit more.
that going. You know, some days he'll want to be quiet and stuff, and he'll probably be out in the street and have to be loud because that's
Giddy and up
you know
for
what I
it.
mean.
Did you find that? You know, when you're getting a bit of more fame doing YouTube stuff, that you had to be Adam McCall, who people see on TV.
But I think who I am is naturally who.
Yeah.
Like people at primary school, secondary school, they just knew me as just loving Man United, talking about football in primary school, pretending to be Beckham, and just that.
Yeah,
that was me. So I haven't had to change anything.
that's what I mean. It's difficult because I know there's some YouTubers out there that it's very much a caricature of themselves, and then so you've got to carry that outside in the streets and stuff. It must be so difficult.
Well, I don't hate it. I love it, but it's always awkward when you're doing when you're at a music concert or something, and someone middle of the concert just started talking to you about football, and you're like,
mate,
smashed off the face. Yeah, like, fucking go.
Yeah,
you spent
I don't care about the score.
Yeah, you spent a lot of money on that P Diddy ticket.
But it's not. I love it. It's not an issue. I got shitted up once. I was in my own area. Yeah, this is why it was so scary, because I was at home and like a car pulled up next to me, like 3-4 geezers jumped out, and I thought, oh my god, this is it.
The end.
And they were like, oh, I never got to get a picture of that. I was like,
that was literally the best
how
case
fast
scenario.
my heart was going. She's like, yo, what's going on?
We've got a few score predictions. Grassroots Football says 1-2. United win. Very good.
Come on.
Brylan Hannah says 3-1. Paloco Salvation says 2-1 Man United. Sam J 3-1 United. Martial Rashford Malacia would be an interesting one. 10 Big Hikes, which sounds like Steve's month, says 2-1 United. Goals by Martial and Garnacho off the bench. Jacob O.C. says we're struggling to score in most games. 2-1. Adam McCullough, score prediction. Score and scorers, please.
Hopefully, do you remember that game where Rooney threw the ball at the ref?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Did he get sent off?
That was at Fulham, wasn't it? Hopefully that don't happen.
He got
again.
sent off,
Yeah,
didn't
he got sent off.
Yeah. Was that 2006?
There's also another game. I think it ended 1-1 or 1-0, and Papa Bouba Diop scored like really late. That was annoying.
Oh, it was a great goal.
Great goal. It was a great goal. It was great.
He had such one of the best names, like Papa Baba Diop.
Yeah.
Papa
But
Bouba
I
Diop.
hope it's more Ronaldo at Craven Cottage. Marshall scored one of them goals at Craven Cottage. Remember
Yeah.
that? Giggs scored a very good goal at Craven. I think that was the Ronaldo game.
Yeah.
Remember the volley, like
Didn't
outside
Saha
of the
as well?
football.
Didn't Saha score against Fulham when he returned to Craven Cottage?
He did. Yeah. I love Louis Saha.
He's a great player.
That Pizza Hut Fulham shirt.
Yeah, one of the great left foots.
I'd never wear a Fulham shirt unless it was that one
Yeah, the Pizza Hut.
with Saha on the back.
Yeah.
Does it have a
Wear
collar
a
as
little
well?
Toothpick like John Tigana.
What score are you going for him?
3-1 United. Anthony Marshall scores again. Rashford scores. Casemiro.
Nice kit that
Fucking
actually, isn't it?
Good bit of kit that.
It is. For anyone who don't remember it.
Do you know clubs? They must be like, I wish
still
Pizza
too
Hut
bright.
still sponsored us. You know what I mean? Do you reckon Fulham ever phone Pizza Hut and be like, listen,
What are you saying?
can we get back together again? You're going to need this. It's like United must phone Sharp up and go, lads, we're getting the team back together. You got enough money?
They're like, no.
The thing is, though, if you look like Fulham's probably one of the most expensive places to live in England. I don't even know if there's a Pizza Hut in Fulham.
There definitely isn't. There's a chicken cottage, but there's definitely not a Pizza Hut.
What are you saying? Goal score line?
I'm going for 4-1 United.
Oh,
Big score to go to the World Cup.
it's sort of. I mean, Alanga maybe
We have to win.
Switch him out.
Yeah.
But it's not far for that sort
'Cause
of
then it
4-0
puts it
FC
in our-
front three. This
Spurs are there, like, win our game in hand. We're level on points with Spurs. Newcastle are, respectfully speaking, they are there to be caught.
yes.
Like, if Newcastle finish above us, that's because of
No,
us.
again, I know they're a different situation, but do you remember how Leicester spent so many weeks in the top four over those like 2 years, and neither year they finished top four? Do you know, 2020 and 2021, we beat them both times to the top four, but they were in the top four almost all season. Newcastle, I think, might have an air of that to them. We've got a couple of super chats. Yinka Winkson says Osimhen or Tony.
Tony.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably take Tony just because he's Premier League, but
That's what I think.
And Osimhen would be twice as expensive.
Yeah.
Paul Madison says, what is the lowest goal difference a club has landed and finished top four? If United make it might set the record.
Nice
My
one,
prediction, 2 on United. I don't know if they finished top four, but I remember there was about 7 seasons in a row where Tottenham finished, with a goal difference of like 0 or 1 or 2. And they were in and around the top four race those years. So maybe Tottenham, but yeah, probably United at the moment. Little pastry piece.
Mini donuts for the lads.
I'm going to go with 1-0 Manchester United.
1-0.
Pussy.
I think that's our best chance of winning.
I'm going Martial 2 goals and Rashford 1. And I'd like to see Martinez get one before he goes off to Qatar.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I'd love Martinez to score.
Do you like it black? Or I'm just going to have to milk myself off here, aren't I? I'm just back in a sec. Adam, keep talking.
It's like
Wait,
fucking
you're gonna put milk
innuendo
in it?
bingo in here. What have you got me in here, you mutter?
You asked me. He asked me for that.
Will you milk me off?
He asked me. Yeah, will you milk me off?
Yeah, I don't want to have to milk myself off.
No, but you asked for it.
Jay, will you give us
without
some milk as well?
No, I said an iced Americano.
You both asked for it without milk.
Yeah. Please, pal.
They're both.
We've got someone from social media doing. So thank you very much.
Hi.
Lucas, baby.
No, not experience.
Behind the camera, mate.
Especially with that face.
United sub
Also, minority quota is filled at the moment. I'm here.
Right, is that how it
So,
works?
you know, yeah, only one at a time.
Does that subs bench worry you? Because if we're 2-0 down at half time, I don't see much on there that's going to change it.
Garnacho.
Garnacho's is one, but again, it's hard to rely on him to win us game after game, innit? Does it worry you? You've got Van der Beek, McTominay, Fred, Maguire, and then everyone else has never really played for Man United. We're quite thin at the minute, aren't we?
Well, we've been thin all season. I think that's the issue, isn't it? Adam was saying before, if United need to start building the strength in depth. But I think if we are chasing the goal, then chasing the goal, the first person we need to bring on is Garnacho.
Yeah.
Cheers. What's he called, that lad?
Alejandro.
I think what is it?
Cheers, Sunshine.
Jason.
It's multi-award winning journalist, Justin Mottershead.
Jason Multi-Award, I think he's called.
Jason Multershead. Multershead.
Mustard Head.
All right.
Daniel Farr says, one forward on the bench. Not great. What's that?
Little piece.
Oh, show the front of that to the camera. Look at that. That little dimple. It looks like you've gone,
I'm gonna go in.
I'd like a fat man's belly, please.
I'm glad you said belly. I thought it was something else.
It does look a bit fat man's belly, though, doesn't it? Oh, I don't like it, but you can see where they've injected
Cannolis.
the jam.
I love cannolis.
Right. I went on the Sloppy Joe's podcast and these didn't have it. Like, was 9 out of what did you want?
You don't have cannolis
No, I said it
with
was
a
a 7
proper,
out of 10.
nice soft on that.
Yeah.
I love Italian food. Any
Crispy
Italian
out of
food.
shell with a little tube full of pistachio creme. It's nice. It's not a 9 out
I
of 10.
love them. No, cannolis are the bollocks. When I went to Italy, I went to Como
You were there, like, was it last year?
this year, and I found this like little coffee shop on the corner in like a residence area.
Well, they have coffee in Italy as well.
Proper one.
Is it as good as Starbucks?
And then for breakfast, I go there, have a coffee, some cannolis and that. Just sat there on my own. Just a little old fella walking his dog. It was spot on, man.
Nice.
I want to go
Nice,
live there.
In Italy? I've not been.
If I
to
retired,
Italy,
I'd go Barbados or Como. I decided.
I could retire in France, I think. If I had to retire in
Have you seen Como's football team?
I've never been to Como.
I want to go to a game. No, have you seen the football team? I think Dennis Wise has got something to do with it. Cesc Fabregas is involved, plays.
Really?
Yeah, the team's on the come up.
Wow. Glenn F.
I love that tune. What's that tune called that they play before the game?
Last post.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
It's very. What's the word I'm looking for? Stoic. Is that the right word?
Don't know what story. That's a philosophy.
Is it? It's very. I don't know. It's something. It does something to me.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
like
nice.
one of those.
It's quite touching, isn't it?
It's quite
Yeah.
somber.
Somber,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the one.
What was I going to say to you then? I had something great to say as well. Just imagine I said something really good. Thank you.
Great actor.
I'm a bit worried about this game.
Really?
If we go into the World Cup having lost our last 2 league games, in a
Oh
row,
no!
that'd be a real shitter, that wouldn't it?
Like playing Villa when they just had Emery was unfair on us. I think.
That's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to do that.
No.
Don't be giving them excuses, Adam.
Shouldn't change your manager mid-season. You're not allowed.
That'd be a great rule, wouldn't it? If you couldn't change your manager halfway through the season.
Only transfer windows.
Yeah. That'd be good.
But, so you could sack him, but then you just
You got no manager.
last man.
But you're not allowed.
Last man back.
No, you're not allowed.
Exactly.
You're not allowed a caretaker. Excuse me, I've just been sick. You're not allowed a caretaker. You've just got to have no manager. Like when someone's representing themselves in a court of law.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sacking my lawyer. Who's your new lawyer? Me.
I'd do that.
Yeah, you do that. I get
Defend
fucking
myself.
sent down.
No, I'd win.
Do you know how much a fucking
fought the
defense
law.
lawyer? Oh, not a defense lawyer. Let's imagine you're the defense. How much a lawyer who's going after you loves it when you defend yourself. That is their absolute dream. That. Oh, I've won. Thank God I've won. I'll be home by 2. Yeah.
We're going out tonight.
Can we get a bit of bold boom, please? Thank you.
Luke Shaw's a weird fella, isn't he? Like, I didn't. That wasn't a reaction to that pass, but I mean, in a sense, just generally, sometimes he's very good, sometimes very
He's got
shit.
the best first touch in the squad. Maybe alongside Jadon Sancho. But the amount of balls that come to him.
You know who doesn't get rated for their first touch and should? Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
Considering he's such a hothead who runs around 100 miles per hour. The other day, someone pinged one to him, and he just killed it dead.
I
And I
love
just
Bruno.
thought, people try to
go on,
say
Marcus.
you haven't got a touch.
No, yes. Sorry to be a pain. Could we just whip that cursor off the screen, please? Jason, thank you. This new social media guy's all right, you know.
Yeah, sound.
He's nice. I love Casemiro.
Same.
He's actually just so good, isn't he? He does so much right all the time.
We've missed that sort of player for a long, long time.
We've not
What was
had
the
a
last
player.
one?
Keane.
Keane probably in the
Carrick
temperament, but in terms of like dictating the game or the pace, I'd say Carrick as well is very similar.
Yeah.
He's a bit like both of them, isn't it? Because Keane
Yeah.
has got a passive as Carrick, and I think he's got the best of both of them players.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as good as Roy Keane ever was. So.
No one's better than Roy Keane.
I
No.
watched back we did the United Rewind the other day. I watched back the 7-1 against Roma. Michael Carrick in that game, not just the goals, but just controlling that
He
game.
should have shot a lot more than he does.
Unbelievable. Because he just passes the ball in twice.
I remember at his testimonials, I scored. I know it's testimonial, but he scored one from like 40 yards. He just passed it. It's
Yeah.
like, why didn't you shoot?
Because he
more
could put the
often?
ball on a 1 foot square part of the pitch from 20, 30 yards away, and he did it 60 times a game. And
Am I
when it's a
remembering
square
this
in the top
correctly?
corner,
Didn't he
doesn't
miss a
try it.
penalty proper early on in his United career
Who?
against Burnley
Carrick?
in a 0-0?
Carrick?
Was it Carrick who missed that penalty?
Why was he taking penalties?
You reckon that stopped him from like going forward to put him to score goals?
Maybe.
Do you know how like something early on? All right, I'm not a goal scoring
That's not what I
midfielder.
do. Yeah. And also I think sometimes he played the role of like the
facilitator.
sidekick to Scholes or whatever. He wasn't the main man, was
He
it?
didn't have the personality, I don't think.
No.
He's very sort of calm influence at the back.
Yeah.
He'd be much more suited to today's football, innit?
Yeah.
You know, then he kind of grew up in an era where it was all
He was a transition.
Gerrard, Lampard's, all them
yeah.
kind of, you know, blood and thunder and that.
How come we're just seeing the stat there?
Ref out.
Fucking hell, referee.
Fucking
How come Norwich get the reputation that they
Baldy
do of being a
bouncer.
yo-yo team and Fulham don't? Because they've been doing the exact same thing for the last 3 years. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up.
no, but Fulham had that period where they stayed. They got into Europe.
That's what it is.
They've
That's the reason.
had sustained periods.
They
in
got to the
Prem.
Europa League final, didn't they?
Was that Roy Hodgson?
Roy Hodgson, yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, and like Tiggenard's team was very good. Chris Coleman's team was
Yeah.
all right for a bit.
What was that other manager that they had?
I like Marco Silva though, you know. And you know when he went from Hull to Everton?
Everton, yeah.
That was like Everton's a graveyard for any manager. You know, even Ancelotti couldn't succeed there.
No. That's true. You were a big Felix Magath fan, weren't you?
Oh yeah. Did he manage him?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
Bayern's manager, wasn't he?
Martin Yol,
Martin Yole.
René Meulenstein.
Remember when Martin Yole got sacked during the game?
That's sensational. Like basically,
Spurs.
Van Gaal did during the FA Cup final.
Do you remember when Gus Poyet got sacked on air match of the day?
Do you remember that? And then
Remember that?
and then
He didn't know
there was
anything
all
about it. I believe he'd been
was
sacked.
this from Brighton? And then there was all rumours of him like throwing shit in the dressing room and all that.
Yeah.
Remember? Went into his office and threw shit everywhere.
Dirty
Remember all that?
protest.
Again, allegedly, but that's what that was the rumour. Like,
Not today, Andreas.
oh,
my God, mate.
I was a big fan of Laurie Sanchez in that role as Fulham manager. Forgot about
Laurie
that, didn't
Sanchez?
you? Yeah. Go on then. Oh, come on, a bit faster.
There's no need in that, was there?
No. Oh, fuck off, Pereira. Well done.
Yes. Argentina.
So, goalies. What did you make to Dubravka in the week? See anything?
He
from
wasn't
him?
at fault for any of the goals.
No.
I thought he was good with the ball at his feet, distribution, coming off his line. There's a few moments where, like, if he doesn't come off his line, the attacker's in.
Yeah. I thought he did a good job. He picked the ball up a lot, like literally like 40 yards out, didn't he? Like almost on the halfway line. He seemed more willing to do that, but he didn't have to do much really.
Do you agree with what Ten Hag's been saying about De Gea getting better with his feet this season?
I think he's got better, but I was looking at the stats before, and he went from being one of the worst in Europe with his feet statistically to being just below average. Do you know what I mean?
I think time's against him to actually reach to the level where we'll be happy with a ball-playing goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely somewhere we'll be looking at. Do you reckon next season would be De Gea we'll be looking for?
I keep changing my mind on this. I've gone from being at the start of the season going, let's not renew, let him go, move on. And now I'm at a position where I'm like, is it one of them situations where you let him go and then you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
What did we do that for? Like, we had a keeper there. So that's because I remember how long it took to replace Schmeichel as well. I think we take for granted how.
Yeah, we had some right duds there, didn't we?
Yeah.
We got Roy Carroll,
Tim Howard.
Barthez was
wasn't
a
bad.
character in that, but it was, there's a lot of mistakes in him.
Tim Howard, Roy Carroll,
Massimo
Taibbi,
was that his debut?
Ricardo.
Yeah. Ben
Ricardo
Foster.
was one, innit? I like them keepers that used to save penalties with no gloves on. He was one of them, weren't he? I remember the Portugal fella.
Yeah. That was him.
Was that him?
I think so.
Same fella?
Who in 2006 when we lost in the World
Was it
Cup?
the same fella?
I think it was. Was it him? Let's have a look. Portugal 0-0. There we go. Lineups.
But it's a popular name.
Ricardo.
Was it the same one?
Fulham have
Maybe
started
it was
well,
a
eh?
That's a foul there, ref. He was holding him back.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't United's Ricardo. It was a different Ricardo.
He was holding. How is that not a blatant foul there? He was just holding Malacia.
Yeah, Fulham looking all right. United not really controlling the game, are we? They're just sitting at a point, Fulham, where they're not pressing high, but they're not letting us play through them either. They're pressing high now, actually. But we've got to try and break through the lines, and we're not great at that still. There you go, see. Oh, that's a good pass.
a pass, that is.
Come on, Anthony.
Come on,
Oh, shit me up
Hospital
there.
ball, that.
I know. That's good, though. Go on, Bruno.
I tell you, it's been really good this year, though. Some of the one-touch football.
Yeah. When we get going.
Yeah.
Or even like, little instances where we're getting pressed and we just play it out quickly. I still think we've got it ingrained in us where we go, oh shit.
Yeah.
But actually, we're quite.
We're a lot better at it.
We're quite
Yeah.
comfortable. It's like I will never stop feeling scared.
Go on. Rashford on here. Cut back. Anthony. Too slow.
Should have just took it.
Good tackle, to be fair.
Should have took it first time. There.
Thing is, does Rashford plays it to his left
into
foot?
his
His
feet.
left foot, yeah.
It's not the best pass from Rashford, but between them, they've got to do better there. And that's great, though. I love
Great
that.
ball by Shaw.
Direct as fork straight through. The pass is just...
Yeah, he needed to be in front of him.
Yeah.
Because then if it's in front of him, he can potentially position himself so he gets fouled by the
Yeah. Or
defender.
he can hit it first time.
It's a good move, though.
Yeah, really good.
That's bad. That's got to change.
Set piece goals this season, 1.
Yeah, that's the second
We have the
lowest.
same as Everton, and only Wolves have less than us, which is 0.
No one's got less than that.
No one's got less than 0.
Interesting.
Joe.
Whoa.
Fucking hell.
Played
Back
Lisandro.
Martin.
Fucking hell. Getting a bit shaky here, aren't they? Come on.
Played
Well
Thuram.
done.
Out.
That's our ball.
I tell you what, this is an open game for the first 10 minutes, isn't it? There's
Yeah.
only
I
like
mind this.
no.
I don't mind this. He went to Spurs, isn't it, for a bit?
Did he?
Vinicius.
I don't remember.
I'm sure he did. Mourinho or Spurs.
Maybe. I hate watching replays when the game's
He
on.
come from like Benfica or somewhere like that, highly rated.
offside.
Would he have been off? I don't think he was off.
Oh, he's
No,
on.
he's on.
Fucking hell, better touch there.
That's a run, that is.
It shows the ball's on, innit, over the bar.
Yeah, he did come from Benfica, Vinicius. and went to Tottenham on loan for 9 games.
Oh, he's only on loan.
Yeah. And then PSV on loan, then Fulham bought him. It's mad, isn't it, that you can be a forward who doesn't really score. Like, most forwards don't actually score that many goals. Like, in his career, he's played, this is including his time in Brazil and different clubs around Europe, played 196 games, scored 76 goals. Like a goal every 3 games. But that's pretty standard, really, isn't it?
But it depends on the level of the team you're playing for.
Benfica, he was decent, 24 and 50. Got to get that. Well done.
See that there? Harry Maguire don't get to that, you know.
No,
and he
maybe
fouls him
Yeah,
because he's so slow.
don't foul him.
Played Marcus. Oh, slow there by Casemiro.
Looked like he should have got the ball there. Looking good, Fulham.
Just get hold of the ball.
Casemiro's kicking Shaw in the face there. Go on then. Go on.
First bit of 5 Cantonars I've been hearing.
He's been good this season for them, manipulating you.
Would you rather they just be Premier League games instead of the World Cup?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah. I like the World Cup when it's where it's meant to be. Like, end of the season, a little treat between United games, but I don't want it instead of United games or to interrupt United games.
3 Cantonars, 2 Cantonars.
Lindelof, Martinez. United going for the sort of long balls in behind quite a lot, aren't we?
Have you noticed the refs keep putting the flags up even when it's really marginal and just not letting it play out?
Like, they weren't doing that before. I mean, that's
obvious.
There, but they did it the other day.
For who was it?
Yeah, it was
Wolves
United.
Arsenal?
Oh, no.
Did you see it?
No.
So there was an offside decision where it was marginal because it wasn't offside.
Right.
But it looked offside, you know what I mean?
Go on then. Oh, lucky bastard.
And then the ball gets played, the ref's flag goes up, Lionel's flag goes up. I think it was Saliba or someone clatters the defender, the attacker in the box. But they've given the offside
so
and they just carry on. They don't even VAR it, but it was it wasn't offside.
Yeah. Because once they've given it, you can't ungive it, can you?
Yeah, surely the rule is there that you should be, play should dictate, and then if there is any error, that's what VAR's for.
Casemiro.
Well, it seemed like there's a point where they weren't giving them even when they were obvious. And then now they are giving them when they're not.
Yeah, when it's tight.
Yeah.
If it's tight, you should play a goal, and then that's what VAR's for, as a safety net, isn't it? Because otherwise, you just but you're preventing goals that could happen.
Also, because then what's the point in using VAR?
Well, that's a big question.
Yeah. I'm sick of it anyway. Come on, corner to United. Let's get a second goal here. Second goal from corners, by the way. We've got one goal from corners, yeah. I know we're not winning. Let's get a second one. Martial's already scored.
Touch.
Mate.
Go on, Malacia. Ooh.
Not allowed to get bullied by Pereira.
No,
we don't do that around here.
No. I didn't know Pereira had that in him, to be honest. Knocking someone on the floor.
He's going to play like he's fucking run out.
He's going to be so good. Do you know Pereira at his best is like a decent, he's got some good
player.
Yeah.
Mate.
We're going to see all of his best traits on show today, aren't we?
You know his class of the academy or whatever. Like, he was my favourite player.
Good opportunity.
Get in. Tony M.
That's it.
They laid that pass nicely to Bruno. Yeah. Bruno with the pass to the back post. It looked like Christian Eriksen wasn't going to make it there. He made it. He stretched. He got onto it. But is there going to be a check for offside?
I'm sure there'll be a check.
Yeah, there'll be a check. But it looked like he staggered his run purposely.
And also, he was at the back post, and he doesn't think he's offside.
Yeah.
So I would assume he's
No, but then when you're at the back post, you almost go, if I don't, I'm just a stupid. I may as well go for it. That's not offside.
No,
he's on.
No,
he's on.
It's a great pass that from.
That's a great goal. That's a good goal that as well, considering the pressure.
Great tackle from Casemiro. Great tackle from Casemiro. Good turn and run from Martial.
Time. You just waited.
That's a fantastic.
Was that a shot?
It's everything. It's everything.
That's a pass.
It's a shot. It takes the deflection off their play.
Look at his eyes.
You dare to.
That's a shot. It's a shot. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. The last replay told me.
Listen, I see Ronaldinho do that all the time. Look over there and pass it.
I'm still unsure whether he meant that Brazil free kick against England or not.
No, he meant it. I think he meant it.
I don't know.
2002.
I remember.
But
all
that's
the sort of,
if it was Cafu who took that free kick.
Yeah.
We go. He's crossed that and it's gone in.
But then
we were
that's
only
the
doubting it
difference.
because of who it is.
Yeah.
But that's the difference between Cafu and Ronaldinho, isn't it? Ronaldinho would try that and was capable of it.
But did he try it? He would try it, but did he try it?
Just because he would don't mean he did.
I
think
like
he
to.
did.
I like to believe that he did.
Yeah, I like to believe that.
Yeah.
It's like I grew up believing that he hit the crossbar loads of times from that Nike video. Remember?
Yeah, which is
Where he just
volleyed
keeps
it.
twatting it off the crossbar.
Yeah.
You mean he didn't?
That was like the first YouTube video I ever
That was like the
watched.
first viral YouTube video.
Yeah.
Or first viral
First goal for
sporting
Eriksen.
video.
Oh yeah, that's his first goal for United, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some signing him though, hasn't he? Considering all the people were saying it should be underwhelming and he's not going to be a good signing for United. Eriksen this season, he's really proved himself.
He's up there with some of the most valuable. He was free in it.
Yeah.
It's like you just think of Cantona for £1 million and Schmeichel for a couple of $100,000. It's right up there, isn't it?
Would you say would you sign him this season for how much he cost?
Pound for pound,
Yeah.
yeah, Eriksen. And then you think we played him every fucking game.
Yeah.
Poor fella. Oh, Tony M.
See, that's good. What? Handball.
But if anything, he got fouled.
That's good. That's good play from Marshall at that. He's in the last few years, he's got so much better at that. His hold-up play and he's just bringing other people into the game.
I'd hate to think how good he was if he would be if Van Gaal never left.
Yeah.
So, like, we'd be into the championship, but he'd be really good.
He'd be
50 goals a season.
Mitrovic and then some. Glenn F says, wow, I finally got a free chat. Adam, bro, Joe, Scotty, do you truthfully have shaved bollocks? I'm 51. I find it weird.
I actually shaved my bollocks last night.
Did you? What with the Raisington?
Manscaped, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
So basically, most of it is easy till you get to the ballage, and then you're nicking and you're knacking, and
Yeah,
it's a dangerous situation down there.
it is. There's
And
too
plus,
many.
sometimes your balls just kind of like when they go hard, so they just chill.
Yeah,
That's easy.
Yeah, you
I can shave them all day.
Yeah.
It's like shaving a balloon.
Which we all do.
Yeah. But when they're not,
Yeah.
and they're a bit,
Yeah.
loose.
When it's like a conker in a sandwich bag.
Yeah.
A walnut.
Yeah. A walnut in a Ziploc.
Elephant's chin.
Yeah, they're a bit of a they're tricky.
Then it's hard
No,
because
I
you start
definitely do.
nicking. And the thing is, you nick something and you think, oh, that hurt. And then you go look 2 minutes later and it's like a scene out of Saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the clue is to do when you're warm. Don't shave when you're cold.
But sometimes I've
No,
just
shave
had
when
a
you're cold.
Shave
shower.
when you're cold because you've got more of a.
Tighten it up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I've got to do. You get cold.
Get cold.
But then your dick disappears, doesn't it?
Less to shave. That's the way
You
I
don't
see
shave your dick. You do realise that?
it. I
don't
do.
you?
You shave your dick.
Yeah.
No, dick can't physically grow hair.
Yours can't. Mine looks like a weasel.
Do you do this? Do you have this kind of chat on the BBC?
No, regrettably not.
And it should never have canned BBC Free.
Yeah.
That's where you used to get this
Yeah.
kind of chat.
Guitar Mind 2 says, I'm paying you to humbly request you to stop eating on stream. It's gross, and I can hear it all on the mic
Who's eating?
with those little Donny boys.
I popped one ball in my mouth on camera. All right.
Oh. Remember when he was linked to United? Heavily wanted William.
Yeah, it was
Brilliant.
depressing time.
Jose wanted money.
Look how far we've
Because
come.
we had seen it. So we were in the car park at Wembley after Chelsea beat us in the cup final, and they were celebrating inside with their fans, and William walked behind us,
Really?
just sad and depressed, just walking on his own with his suitcase and stuff. That's when we thought he was coming to United. Remember when he posted the picture of Conte but put emojis over Conte's
Yeah,
face?
yeah, remember.
So he was in the picture. That's
Jose
funny.
wanted him so bad, didn't he? He loved little-
He's like Fergie with Laurent Blanc, where he just wanted him so bad that he was like, all right, it's finished, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really want him. I think he's just like that with certain, he just Perisic, he'll have him wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Jose and Conte are the same thing, aren't they?
No.
Jose's
Do you not
better.
think?
No, not
Jose's better.
Who's better?
Jose is a better
Yeah.
manager, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't think
But they feel like they're cut from a similar cloth in terms of like management style, play style, in general terms. Obviously, the details are different.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to paint it in broad strokes, you
Yeah.
can see the similarities there. But I just think that Conte's teams are a little bit more attacking. The Spurs team isn't evident of that, but I think the Inter team that Conte
Yeah, the Inter
wanted
team
the
was good.
Scudetto with. But Jose's a lot more pragmatic. But I bet, yeah, they are definitely cut from the same.
But I
Yeah.
prefer Jose
I'd prefer
as
Jose.
a character.
I mean,
yeah.
And Jose's
A
done
leader.
more things in football than
Jose's
Conte.
more charismatic. Like I'd go out and enjoy myself with Jose,
Yeah.
whereas Conte, I'm probably going to get punched by.
You know,
them.
like as a fan, yeah, I was. Oh, he's not caught it.
Finish
Offside.
that.
He was offside. He was offside. He was offside. He was
Still
offside.
though, still
He has to finish it, but he was offside. You see, even though as a fan, like towards the back end of Jose's time, I got fed up, and you shouldn't be off from there, really.
No.
I would
Absolutely.
love to be managed by Jose. Like,
Yeah.
you know that.
Go on then.
You know, just calling me a wanker every day.
Yeah.
Like, work hard, you cunt.
Because what? Because you want the improvement.
No, I like those relate. You know that.
Yeah.
Where you be cool with someone, but you also
Hate him.
you demand something from him. You challenge him.
that's
Like, you know,
what-
if I was Dele Alli and he
Well,
spoke to me
impressive.
like
That's
that.
the thing. I was like, that Dele Alli just made a complete mockery of himself the way he started
Yeah.
looking at Jose. Take that on board. This is the man who's won so many Champions
Yeah.
League.
Well, a lot more
And
than
then
your
where-
level
where's-
is.
That
where's
should make
Dele
your
Alli now?
balls tingle, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this manager has managed the decos and that of this world. Like, who are you, bro?
Yeah.
Deco was an interesting choice he went for.
I know.
I was trying to think of
Didn't see that coming.
midfielders.
Didn't see that coming.
I was trying to think of 4-letter named midfielders.
He's managed the Wayne Bridges of this world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
John
love
Terry's.
Deco.
Yeah.
Some of my favourite
You know, the
Portuguese
Paulo
players,
Ferreiras of
Deco,
this
Ricardo Carvalho.
Paulo Ferreira.
I thought John Terry got all of Ricardo Carvalho.
Carvalho was a
praise.
great defender.
Yeah, immense. Him and Makelele made John Terry. Because they gave him that rep.
Yeah. That's true.
Makelele was bollocks as well, but he ruined football.
Yeah.
Because he made everyone want to play a DM, Makelele role. And now you got no wingers because they're all forwards. And you got no natural CMs that can go box to box because they're all specific.
Who ruined wingers?
Robin? Makelele.
Interesting. Who was
Just
the
said,
goal
innit?
scoring winger that ruined wingers for?
Ronaldo.
Was it? Do you think?
You think because Ronaldo went into the centre, didn't he, when he went to Real Madrid?
Ronaldo wasn't a winger. Even for United at the end.
But Robin's a good shot though, because he was always the one that sort of cutting inside more.
He was more
Like-
obsessed with scoring than he was assisting.
But wingers used to be something different. Now you spend you still defend, but you've got an extra central midfielder behind you most of the time.
Yeah.
Cleaning up for you and that. Because back in the day, you've got to go catch your fullback now. See you in a bit.
Yeah.
Get back. Now you got a third midfielder behind you who's going to step across.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I love.
Come on.
Football has changed so much. Who do you think is a great player from back in the day who would be shit now?
That's a great
Like,
question.
who wouldn't succeed now?
How far back are we going? Obviously, we need
Premier
to-
League era, because
right,
I think if we go too far back, it's not good enough, man.
I think John Terry's a good example.
I think you're being harsh.
Do you?
John
I don't think he'd be shit.
I
I
hate John Terry.
There's worse centre backs in the Premier League now than John Terry.
I hate John
definitely,
Terry.
yeah. I don't think he's crap, but he's considered one of the Premier League greats. I think if he came through now,
but we used to have some
He wouldn't
absolute fat bastards running around Premier League pitches.
go on then. Who are you saying then? James Beattie.
No, he was good.
It was good. Limvoy Primus.
Vinnie Jones, bro. I don't think Vinnie Jones was very good.
No, but he's.
He was just a hard man.
He was a pantomime villain then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He barely.
Maybe I can't remember because I'm not as old, but I don't remember him being a great footballer. But he's always spoken about it like he is.
Who's a United great that wouldn't play modern football then in the Premier League?
Could you?
I think you'd have to.
Steve Bruce. You look at how he was made. His knees were gone. He physically he wasn't an athletic. You know.
Yeah.
And
Pallister would though. Pallister was.
Pallister was a very good footballer. But I think Steve Bruce was the clogger of the two, wasn't he?
The clogger.
Dolly and Daisy. Fergie's amazing, isn't he? Who's in there?
Roy Hodgson.
Who's in there? That's a TV, Adam.
In the dark.
I know. Turn the lights off.
He's like one of those, you know, in the comic books where you have those inspectors, those investigators. Just like like cigarette smoke. Oh! I thought that was 1-1.
No penalty.
Offside.
Thank fuck for that.
Offside. I thought that was 1-1.
Yeah, lucky there.
Who was offside? Would
Andreas.
it not have been a goal?
No, it was Andreas the second time round.
That's not even a good save because it's right at him.
It just hits him, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Just lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, he's offside. Oh, it wouldn't have been a goal. That's okay. Does well there.
So would it have been a penalty if he wasn't offside?
Nah. Oh, if he wasn't offside, maybe. I don't know. We didn't see a replay of that. It was offside.
It's like Sting Roy Hodgson today,
yeah.
isn't it? Standing back row, waiting to swing in with his baseball bat and fill someone in. Does anyone think Arsenal can actually win the league, or
Is Mohamed Al Fayed still in to do with Fulham?
you know? Whenever I hear that name, I hear it said in Ali G's voice, Mohamed Al Fayed.
Is he? He's not, is he?
Mohamed Al Fayed.
Fulham FC.
The best thing he did
he
for
sold up
football-
in 2013.
Yes.
I was
he had
thinking,
a-
fuck.
Yeah, they've got rich owners now. Tony Khan in it, who owns the AEW.
I don't know.
Or is
He sold
own
it to
another-
Shahid Khan,
Yeah, I think he
whose
relates to Tony
child
Khan,
is Tony Khan.
and they own AEW,
AEW, which for those
Which
who
is
don't know is
probably
a wrestling
the
foundation.
It's probably like, I don't watch wrestling as much anymore, but I hear that's what you would watch.
That's
if
the
you were-
exciting one now,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. This is so unlike a Man United game where we've had very few chances but scored it.
That's he's completely against the run of play, wasn't it, the goal?
Yeah. They've not really made many chances, Fulham, but United haven't either. But the fact that we've had one chance or two chances really. and scored
We've
a goal.
hardly dictated any of the play the first half an hour.
Yeah.
Do you get worried about the Eriksen
Martinez
and
pushes so
Bruno
far out, doesn't he?
dynamic? Do you think that works, Adam?
I don't think it's something that we'd prefer to have on a regular basis.
Fuck off.
I don't think it's his preferred choice. I think you do want a more. But then it's. I don't think Eriksen's the one to drop out.
No.
If we get that
Do you not?
third midfield. Let's say we had Frankie de Jong.
I think it's Ericsson that swapped out for him.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
I think yeah, because I don't think Ericsson can get the numbers that Bruno can in that position.
but I don't think Ten Hag is a numbers guy, like in that sense.
Yeah, I don't think that's the only thing that matters to him. No, but like,
That is a pass.
That is an
That is a
unreal pass from
fucking
Bruno.
pass.
go on, do the little fucking
Do the raw.
flip flop again.
Do the raw.
He's nice, Ericsson, isn't he? That wasn't nice.
I like to think I play like Eriksen now when I go like five-a-side and stuff. Just sit there and just pass it, tap it around.
You probably don't though, do you?
Mentally, I am, but
Yeah, physically. it's-
physically, I am.
Yeah, it's Sven Göran Eriksson.
Yeah. England manager.
Yeah,
Do you remember that kid that cut his hair like Sven during
Yeah, I
the World
remember
Cup?
that, yeah. Imagine being the dad of that lad taking him into
Yeah, the things people would do to get in the newspaper. It's mental, isn't it?
this kid here. For anyone who hasn't seen that, Sven Göran Eriksson, former England manager. Tom,
He actually looks a bit like him.
Tom, who is 10.
That's because
went
Tom
with
piped his
this
mom.
look here.
I mean, Sven piped Tom's mom.
Jesus Christ.
You wouldn't put it past Sven, though. He was a player, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He was best England manager for stuff like that, being on the front pages and that.
Yeah.
He's
Which
good,
you would
innit?
never think.
Well, we've not
'cause
had
he
many
looks-
We've not had many lookers of England managers, have we? Really?
Fabio Capello.
Terry Venables go around naked in his
Altel.
fucking sheepskin coat.
Martial.
Oh, you bastard!
Unlucky there. Good position, that.
Tony's so good.
He's having a good game, innit, Tony?
Yeah, I really like him. When he's at his best,
You
he's-
get out!
when he's at his best,
Tell him,
such a good
shut the
player
fuck
to
up.
watch.
I remember.
He's been shit for 2 years.
I remember.
You can't deny that. That's not up for debate.
I seen it.
What did you see?
we
Me saying
see
he's not
you
good enough.
jump off Tony Marshall FC bandwagon.
Yeah, of course.
Scarpered like a little.
I'm not a bandwagon boy.
Can you jump on it? Because I was never on the bandwagon.
I don't know. There might be a stop soon, but you'll have to wait.
Give us a shout.
It's not stopped for a while. To be fair,
Yeah, we just keep going.
It was getting MOT'd for 2 years. Yeah, the bandwagon's in the shop at the minute.
Yeah.
No one on or off.
Lindelof what? Injured.
Don't know.
Lindelof is, we don't know.
Lindelof, don't know.
All the news.
Just plug in this bad boy in.
Over to Jeff, pitch side. Lindelof is, I don't know, Jeff.
Cheers, Jeff.
What do you reckon to the rumours that Maguire's out the door in the summer?
I say this with all respect. I fucking hope it's true.
You're not getting back on the Maguire.
We need to, and even like there was a bit in that story as well which said he's also looking to let Fred go. And in my head I went, oh, a bit harsh. Maybe he could do as a squad player. But that attitude that I've got is what's led us here.
Yeah.
So I think it's the right thing to do. And how many times would we have held on in the hope that Maguire turns it around? I think just cut your losses, man.
The problem, though, not to try and just disagree with you. Surely Martial would have fell in that bracket over the last 2 years. Surely Martial.
Possibly. I think
there's
there's a lot of people that could have fell into that bracket.
Yeah.
But
And could consider themselves lucky to still be here.
Yeah.
But the ultimate, the truth of it is, the new manager come in, you got a clean slate. No one's risen to it. Let's say
Martial has thought that
no,
might
so,
be the
but if
exception,
Maguire had risen to it,
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here saying get rid of Maguire.
Yes, David.
The problem with Maguire is that where does he go? Because they're not making 80 million back, and the rumoured salary is 190 grand a week.
Oh my God, Williams rolling back the years. That fucking Simply Red. Oh.
That's a booking, ref. That's a yellow card.
I do prefer Marcus down the wing.
Yeah, he's a better
You can't
better
not
left
book him
forward.
if you give
That's
him the
where all
foul
his
for
goals
that.
come from as
Yeah,
well.
I know. And that's
Right,
why
good.
him and Martial, that's where they play better together when he's playing off left. But yeah, Maguire ain't getting, I just can't see any home that Maguire's finding outside the top four. Newcastle.
Roma.
With
See,
Jose. Jose's a fan
Jose.
of his, isn't it?
Newcastle, Brighton, Leicester. Back to
190
Leicester.
grand a week. So you could just do a Phil Jones, just go on the golf course all the time. Still get picked for England.
It's true. Unless he has a really good World Cup and then puts himself in the
yeah.
market.
Chelsea seemed keen, didn't they, a couple of months ago?
Depends who then. He doesn't look like a player for Graham Potter
I think he'd be good for Conte.
at Spurs.
I don't think.
Spurs.
I'm not saying they want him, but I think he would be all right under that sort of manager. More
They play a
counter-attacking
three
style.
centre-back system.
They
as
play
well,
three at the back, which we know suits him, and they play typically more counter-attacking in the big games, which we know suits him.
Even at Aston Villa, someone wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, and the thing is, teams like Everton, Villa,
Everton
even
would
Fulham,
be just.
They've got 40 million in the bank. They can. We could probably get 30, 40 million for him. I would say.
The mad thing is, he was
Certainly,
worth 30, 40 million when we signed him. So how we're getting that? If we get that, we've done well.
Yeah.
Like the reality is, we probably let him go on a free.
Oh.
Bruno, look after it, bro.
Martial was right on the spin as well, there, wasn't he? He was ready to
He
go.
span the other way, didn't he?
Yeah.
Willian's at it today.
Willian's having a little workover of Malacia at the minute. Malacia needs to have a word with
Malacia
himself.
started on his opposite side, so he's got that to deal with. Then he's Lukey.
Oh, shit, that from sure.
We've not played particularly well, have we? Considering
No.
winning.
Not really. It's weird being a football manager, isn't it? How you can just sort of, like the careers and the paths that some of these managers take. Like, you think of someone like Ancelotti, who is regarded as one of the best managers of this era.
No,
Of all time.
Yeah, all time.
Yeah, fair. And yet, if things have gone slightly different, he might still be managing Everton. And never have done what he's just done with
That's
Real
just
Madrid.
life
The
and-
thing that cemented it. Yeah, but the fact that he was
Bruno.
ever at Everton.
Oh,
is
why are you
insane.
diving in there? Yeah, I get. Yeah.
Like, he was managing a wealthy but completely up and down.
I was
team
going to
and
go
everything.
from the other angle where, you know, when you're a football manager and you come in and you see a team playing a certain way and then you start coaching them to play your way. It must be so good when you see that falling into place.
Like Arteta at the minute.
Or Ten Hag at the minute.
Yeah.
Not at this very minute, but at
Well, yeah,
a
1-0
minute
for
at
now.
some point.
Willian, slicey.
Slicey. Do you think Ten Hag had that much to do in terms of changing the style? Because from what I seen under Ollie, there wasn't one. Do you know what I mean?
So he's had to implement a new one.
rather than sort of change one. He's just trying
But
to...
you have to. It's like they got to uncoach those bad habits.
Yeah.
And like, you know, these little, like just standing still after a pass or.
It's discipline
You know,
as well.
reacting,
Discipline
pressing,
as well, I
just-
think,
yeah.
is the thing that they've had to get used to.
And constantly, I think we had a culture that was too kind to losers.
Yeah.
in-
Definitely.
In the most polite way.
Don't foul him. He's not doing it there, is he? I might do if you fucking move out of the way.
I don't think I ever saw
Well, there's no need to be doing that there, Bruno.
Andres Pereira get an assist for us. If he gets one today,
That's a good
for a
one.
goal.
Got some space here.
Jesus, what a cross.
Sorry, I thought he'd fucking put that in his own goal for a second. Try for screening.
Silly by Bruno.
Yeah.
He does that sometimes. He just has brain farts.
See, it looks great when it comes off, doesn't it? But it's not probably not worth the risk.
You know,
There,
we did a
25 yards out from
no,
your own
back
goal.
heel. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Fair play to Andreas, because you know what? After United, he could have fucked himself proper.
Yeah.
He's having a decent Premier League career.
No, he is.
How's Timothy Fosu-Mensah these days? Is he still at Bayer Leverkusen?
I'm not actually sure, you know. Hold on.
Played. Who's that? Lindelof? Martinez?
I think it was Martinez who got the actual header in the end. Fosu-Mensah at the moment is still at Bayer Leverkusen. He's,
Is he still our
made
player?
10 appearances this season. No, we sold him.
That was the days when I used to love Timbo and Andreas Pereira.
Yeah.
That was a blatant foul.
Yeah. Pushed him over.
So many times over the years where you go, this geezer is going to be the one. Don't make
Fosu-Mensah felt like he was going to be, didn't he?
Did he?
He's one. I
thought, especially under Van Gaal.
Yeah.
When that system.
Yeah, maybe.
But I thought David Petrucci,
Makeda.
Januzaj.
I remember Januzaj was going to be the
Januzaj,
new gigs.
Fabian Brandy, Fraser Campbell,
Danny
Giuseppe
Welbeck.
Rossi.
I thought James Wilson as well. When he was just, he was getting 50
James.
goals a season for the fucking under 16s and that.
It's like Charlie McNeil now, isn't it? Bagging for fun. It's
Yeah.
like you can never be quite sure if someone's going to make it. And you need a bit of luck.
I'm interviewing Finger tomorrow, actually. Savage Senior.
Robbie.
Yeah. I'm going to ask him about his son.
What? I'm upset with what Willian's doing to Malacia today.
Played in the
Back
last.
to call it.
We don't look too
This
bad on the
right-hand
break,
side
we're
is
taking too many
Nothing
risks.
is happening down our right-hand
It's
side.
getting the ball out from the back. That's the problem, isn't it?
I think we need someone on this right side who can hold the ball better because Alanga and Malacia at the minute are
With
both
that.
struggling.
Well, Malacia's playing our position, innit?
We're not
So,
attacking
yeah.
at all down the right, and all of their attacks are coming down the right.
Elanga needs to get closer to Malacia, though.
Yeah,
Because he's just detached from the team.
Alanga
at the
feels
moment.
like he's not been in the game whatsoever so far. Everything we do is coming down the left. It's like last season all over again.
All things considered, 1-0 going in at half time would be decent results.
Considering the
Absolutely
performance,
take it,
yeah, it'd be fantastic.
Well done. It's better.
Play Terrell. Play Victor.
Bruno.
That's a pass.
Nice little clippy that. Look at that first touch as well. Casemiro.
Mate.
Good pass,
Watching me, that is.
Go on, keep the ball, keep the ball.
Strength.
Great
pass.
play.
Oh, Rashi.
Get in.
Martial. Oh!
Unlucky, lad.
He's getting on the score sheet today.
That's a good header, that.
Yeah. Just too high for a minute.
I think he got up too early, maybe. Nah, he didn't.
No, it's just
it was
too
just
high.
too high, yeah.
I think it's harsh there. Neville saying he should do better.
Hits his shoulder, though, doesn't it, by the looks of it? Such a different team in attack with him there.
I know. Literally so much more dangerous. That's going long.
Mate, I'd take this 1-0 right now, you know.
Don't you think it's mad how like susceptible we are to conceding since Varane's gone? Just do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it just
that,
makes
that
such a
confidence across the. I agree with you that Lindelof's better than Maguire, but just when you got Varane,
It's not a great difference.
Yeah,
Yeah, Varane's like levels above.
Lindelof's
Even, like,
closer
just
to the
how
Maguire
higher
than
up
he
the
is
pitch
to
we start
Varane.
things. And
yeah.
Quality-wise.
Did you see the game when Maguire first come back and Martinez kept giving him the ball and looking at him to like do something, and Maguire would give it straight and he would be like, "No, bruv, here's the ball.
Yeah.
Move. You're supposed to go," and he wouldn't do it. It was really weird.
Alanga's giving the ball away too much there. Is that Alanga?
Yeah, it was.
Just giving the ball away too much. Should have gone back to Malacia there. There's no need for that pass inside. Yeah, it's such a more like reliable number 9 in Martial in it at the minute than Ronaldo or even Rashford.
It's just
playing
expansive football. When Ronaldo over just seems a little bit more target man, and I think that a lot of the players are scared to do their own thing.
So
with
what's
Martial.
happened to City at the moment? Like,
They were just
they're so
forcing it
dangerous
so
when they
much.
don't care who scores. But look, I know they don't care who scores, but when you're trying to set up the same guy all the time, it just becomes a lot more easier to defend against.
Yeah. Oh, what
Great,
a
that's
pass
a great
is.
pass,
Fucking
that.
hell.
He disguised it as well, which I like.
Go on, Rashi.
Kelly nearly snuck through there.
That'll hurt
That
Malacia.
would
That.
jarred up their legs there.
That-
Hang on, how's that?
Nah, he kicked the other guy's foot.
Have we had a shot?
I know, but he kicked someone else. It's
But
hard.
that's
it's
half
hard
of
then,
one,
innit?
half a dozen of the other, look.
Rashford's having a good game.
No, it's a foul. It's a foul. I thought he hit the ball in it.
Yeah. They
he's
hurt as
booted
well.
the bottom
They
of his foot.
hurt, They do. Fucking hell.
It's hurting Malacia more that you got
Yeah.
studs.
Yeah, studs on shin.
He'd rather it be shin than fucking foot though, because if you break your foot, your World Cup's done.
Yeah. Go on with that. Williams having a decent game, isn't he? Just every time he gets the ball, he's keeping it. Or,
Hopefully he
or
remembers
progressing
his
play.
like 45 in the
I know.
second half.
Whoa! Nice,
Play.
dummy.
Casa. That's a pass.
Offside, is it?
I think he might just be on.
I think he's on.
Everything's gone through Rashford at the moment to this half, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Nothing like
Nothing down the right.
no. Alanga and Malacia.
We missed
never played
Anthony so
together.
much, more than
I
we
know.
realise.
I know.
Even him just holding the width.
Just waited too long there, didn't he?
That's what I thought was unfair about the reporting after the Villa game as well. No one really spoke about how we missed all our fucking players up
I know.
front. Rashford was on the bench. No Anthony, Sancho, Marshall, Bruno.
I think I
We're
was saying this
always
bef-
going to struggle.
I was saying this before, but last week before that game, but Ten Hag's done a really good job of not being like, oh, look how many injuries we've had. But we have actually had shitloads of injuries,
Yeah.
especially in that front three. Like, we haven't had our first choice front three play
At all.
90 minutes together once. Not one time this season if they played 90 minutes together.
If Jurgen Klopp had that problem, you'd hear about it every single match.
Yeah, you'd hear about it during matches.
Yeah.
You'd be tweeting about it. Miss Firmino, want her back.
Oh, mate.
That's a great pass. Who was that?
Casemiro. Oh. You got to play
That's no
it.
advantage there. Come on, well done.
No, but he's got to play it. He was just watching.
That's good reffing that because he
No, he's good ref, but
yeah,
Lucio
yeah,
could have
yeah,
played
sure.
it.
yeah. So who passed that?
Casemiro.
Fantastic pass. That's a foul there, and then there's no advantage, is there? It just takes one touch and gets tackled.
Surely you can't complain about that. It was a-
No. You can't say that Luke
That's
Shaw
what
had
annoys me when
advantage.
people moan about blatant things.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Well played, Ilanga.
Oh, Ericsson! Oh, you've got to hit the target.
Fucking hell.
He's got to hit the target there.
That missed by a
He should have
pube
scored that. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a sitter.
Fuck, he's running. He's
Player
just,
of his quality.
Yeah. Just past that in the bottom corner. That's a great pass from Bruno. Jesus Christ. He's just stretching. He's just stretching, isn't he? But he's
Tried
got
to
to
be
hit the
too
target.
precise as well.
Yeah. What a pass that is. Nah, you've got to hit the target.
Ooh.
You've got to hit the target.
No, that was pretty. That was almost the reverse of the first goal.
It's so close. It's just bent out at the wrong time.
That'd have been a lovely goal as well. That was a great pass from Bruno.
Chances, you know.
I know. That would have been two. Well, the same thing again.
Yeah,
What a Bruno to
combination,
Ericsson.
You making changes this half?
I wouldn't. No, I'd leave as it is for now. Man,
Ilanga maybe on the right. No one's spinning.
for Garnacho, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be the one option.
Garnacho play
I don't know. So you either putting Rashford on the right.
on the right, and then Garnacho on the left.
Yeah. What did you make of that first half overall?
I knew it'd be a difficult game going to Fulham at Craven Cottage, but all things considered, 1-0's good results going to half time. But Fulham looked dangerous in the opening 20 minutes. But I think once we'd scored, it sort of eased things a little bit. They've had that one chance that was straight at De Gea. I can't think of
And he was
anything
offside
else.
in the end, wasn't he? But yeah, that's the only time they've sort of cut United up. Andy Tate joins us with a phenomenal kit. Can I just say? Is that the 2001 season?
Yeah, Rudy Van Nistelrooy.
Is that who?
That's all Beckham days, wasn't it?
Who springs
Yeah.
to? Yes, it was. Who springs to mind when you see that kit?
Beckham?
Beckham.
Main road.
Is it?
After 3-4
Definitely Van
minutes, free
Nistelrooy for
kick.
me.
Screams of Van Nistelrooy. This is
Yeah.
the original as well.
Is it?
Yeah, it's an original. It's not a copy.
Lauren Blanc wore that kit as well, didn't he?
Oh yeah. 5-3 against Tottenham.
I see Blanc in that. I see Blanc, I see Van Nistelrooy, and I see Beckham.
Veron.
Veron. Yeah.
With the long sleeves when they're just sort of billowing out a little bit. What did you make of that first half?
Pretty much even with possession wise and all that, but United just shading it with a little bit more.
We had better chances, didn't we?
We've had the better chances, and Ericsson, you could see it, like he's falling back with his right.
Yeah.
He's not so good on his left for that. Or he should have been 2-0. But it's been okay for United, and I really enjoyed it. So we just need a bit more. You can see we are so light. If we get injuries, and what I say, we have to still strengthen in January, because if we get this result now, who knows what we can achieve second half of the season. I mean, after the debacle of the Barca, everyone's gone Barca crazy. I'm turning domestically. We can do something this season. The League Cup's favourable as well.
Yep.
Another big gun's going to go out with City,
say,
Liverpool. I don't see why not. We can't do a League Cup top 4, FA Cup. I mean,
If we just look at that League Cup, the League Cup draw then. So, like you said, City and Liverpool play each other, which means one of them's going out. Already, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham,
West
all out.
Ham,
West Ham
Chelsea,
out.
Spurs.
The only team left from London is Charlton. So this is the fourth round draw in fall. Wolves versus Gillingham. You wouldn't mind United playing either of them. Southampton, Lincoln, same. Blackburn, Forest, same. Newcastle, Bournemouth. That's Newcastle, obviously a good team this season, but who knows what form they'll be in 2 months' time when these matches get played. Then obviously it's City, Liverpool is the big one, but one of them's going out.
I won't underestimate Burnley after what they did to Blackburn today.
United, Burnley, I was going to say Burnley are tearing it up in the Championship, so it's a tricky one. But then after that it's MK Dons versus Leicester and Charlton versus Brighton. Like, there's a lot of the big killers are either out or one of them's going to go out in that City game. So you're right about
prioritising that.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. If we're in a good position, look, I know it's crazy, but 11 points off the top, anything can. Christmas will shape your season.
Yeah.
And then that 4-game period, if you can come out 10, 12 points out of them crazy games, they're all different times. They're not all at the same. But I get it. But why not dream big? Well, if Newcastle could win the league, if Tottenham could win the league, they won't. Why can't we? Because it's European. Everyone's just gone Barca mad, trying to get a ticket. Pathetic. I'd rather watch Burnley than Barcelona.
Wow.
Same colour
I'd
kit.
rather get that on a t-shirt. I'd rather watch Burnley than Barcelona, and you can quote me on that, because the way everybody didn't want to go to group games,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden it's Barca. I don't. Jog
don't
on
care
you
about the Europa
tarts.
League.
Fucking website, absolute shit. Windows 95, manunited.com, telling you Windows fucking 95.
Bruno and Ericsson linking up for that goal in through the middle. United's right hand side is pretty struggling a bit in it. Like
Yeah,
Williams
Elanga,
having
no.
the best of Malacia.
No.
Alanga's not doing much. Would you
Sancho
change
as
something
well.
on that side? Sancho obviously not available.
Oh, I see he's poor, but yeah, I don't know. It's a confidence thing with Elanga, and I will keep it as it is, because like you say, you've got to use the side you're using for attacking, and it's working so far. But maybe after the 60th minute, we'll see how we go. Because Fulham will come at us now, because they've got nothing to lose. They're there on merit. Like they say, they almost got something at City. They should have beat City last
ninth
week.
in the league, which is very good, obviously, for a team of
Very respectable for Fulham, and I think they will stay up this season. They've bought well, and
they've not played bad after Fulham though. If you look at the Williams had a decent game.
Yeah.
You know, I think Pereira's trying to prove a point as well. And
Fulham have more possession than United.
And their main guys out today, innit? So it's you just got to take advantage of the situation and the results yesterday. City, Chelsea, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Take advantage, man.
I know.
I'll take a 1-0 now if it ended this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I predicted 1-0 before the game, and I would absolutely love a 1-0. Martial versus Ronaldo, this kind of number 9. What have you seen from Martial today? Do you think he's been good? Do you think he's been an improvement over Ronaldo in recent weeks?
Yeah, very an improvement over Ronaldo. Much as I love Ronnie, I don't know what's up with Ronnie. I thought he might have been playing today, his type of game, or is he just focused on the World Cup? That's fair enough. I understand that. Everybody's a bit cautious. They don't want to play to the maximum potential. But Martial all the way, because he's proved himself the first half. He should have scored. He should have scored, but...
What, that header?
Yeah, the header. And I say the 1-2 with Rashford.
Oh, yeah. There's been a couple... Actually, thinking about it, United have had some good chances and half chances, haven't they?
I think so, yeah. No, I think you were asking there about Martial over Ronaldo, and Andy, you mentioned there, where is Ronaldo? If you don't want to play at United now, he wants to get ready for the World Cup. I reckon 11 of them players there, or 9 of them are going to the World Cup. You know, you turn out for your team first and foremost.
I agree.
If his priority is not Old Trafford, then
I agree.
Off in January. But Martial's been absolutely brilliant at holding the ball up, running off. His link-up play with Rashford's been really good. He was involved in the goal. Yeah. And I just think we look like we're playing a lot more fluid football up front instead of this static stuff that we play with Ronaldo. It's a lot like table football. Do you know what that's what it's like with Ronaldo?
It stays in, honestly, Martial's been excellent.
But what do you do if Ronaldo has a blinder of a World Cup? Do you still sell him, or do you go back to that? And you don't know, do you? He could be player of the tournament. Portugal reach the final, semi-final. I don't know.
That doesn't mean I'd still get rid of him.
You might have a valid point, I agree, but I still keep him about. But I would start Martial, because Martial's got now 6 weeks. Just stay, like Haaland, stay fresh. Yeah. Just keep training lightly. We've got a couple of friendlies coming up as well, December 7th and 10th in Spain. I think he'll be part of that as well.
If you think of, like, people talk about how important pre-season is, and literally it's drilled into your head as a fan, as players talk about it all the time, pundits talk about it all the time, how important pre-season is for fitness, for tactics, for understanding the players around you. Now, I know a lot of these players will be going to the World Cup, but Martial's getting another pre-season here, basically. 6 weeks off, or 4 weeks off, 5 weeks off, should I say, with a couple of friendlies in there. You're working with the manager, you're working with Ten Hag every single day. People like Sancho, like Martial, who like Elanga, who are on any given day a couple of injuries away from being our starting front three. They should see this as a time to really push on as players in the system. I think especially Sancho and Martial, who for fitness and form haven't really been playing much this season. It can be massive for them.
He's a bit like Red Road Redemption. If you look at it, he went to Sevilla, didn't he, in January, and he was finished. And he's just been absolutely pre-season. He's been brilliant.
Yeah,
and it's just the injuries. And you see little bits of that old Martial. I remember Solskjaer getting a tune out of him. His hat-trick against Sheffield United. He finished that season, was it 21 goals or
23
something?
goals,
23
goals.
So it's the attitude, and he was played maybe when he was injured and all that. I've heard that, what he said, that interview as well. So well, that's another regime, and that's done. But players being played when they're injured, it's not helped them. But maybe now, if you work on the player, I think Ten Hag has worked on Martial, and he's still working. I remember the pre-season picture. He's got his arm around him on the Aussie tour.
Yeah.
Like I say, maybe McCall, he say when he bumps into the lift with him, giving some words of encouragement as well.
We knew as soon as we saw him in that lift that this was his year. When he was,
You knew that.
when he was sort of aimlessly holding a plate of fruit in a lift full of Man United fans,
and you asked him for a piece of his fruit.
What fruit did he have?
I can't remember. The fruit in that hotel was some of the best fruit I've ever had in my life.
Where was it? Thailand.
Thailand, yeah.
You have dragon fruit when you're over there.
Oh, dragon fruit.
Gorgeous,
it's like a big kiwi, isn't it? It's phenomenal.
I do like dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit was unbelievable.
So you inspiring Tony Martial for asking for a piece of his fruit?
Him, Andy, but I certainly didn't hurt.
What?
Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I helped him, but I certainly didn't hurt him. I could see there was something in his eye. There was a twinkle in his eye, and I think, and I
that
think he was
sparkle
thinking,
as that lift went boom, and the doors opened, and he disappeared.
Yeah.
He looks invested though. Do you know how many times have we seen Martial in the past where he just looks tired and he can't be arsed and completely apathetic to what's going on around him? He's tracking back all the time now. Like we were saying before, his hold-up play is a hell of a lot better, linking up with the other players around him. I think he'll get on the score sheet today. And I just think if he can stay fit, then he's the future for over the next 6 months, and then we'll take it again in the summer.
The thing is, I think that what he might be realising, and I think what Ten Hag maybe realises, is that when you look around Europe, and I've said this over the last few weeks, there aren't many strikers that are more proven that are available than Anthony Martial. Because he's had multiple 20-plus goal seasons for a Premier League team. He's in his mid-20s. There aren't many 40-goal strikers out in the world anymore. There's Lewandowski, there's Haaland, there's Benzema.
They all went this year.
There's Messi. There's Ronaldo. That's it.
I think
but
he
they're
can
either
survive.
past it or
he can survive this.
Martial,
I think he will.
If he played for another team and he'd had obviously the last 2 years have been poor, but the highs that we've seen him have, we'd be like, he'd be a good player for United. 23 goals for a Premier League team with 1 penalty, I think, that season. He's about as prolific as most strikers in Europe are at the minute. There aren't a whole host of 30-plus goal strikers knocking about. So I think he might be thinking, if I get this right, if I can stay fit, if I can perform to my potential, they might not. I could be the striker for the next 5 years.
Settled off the pitch in your personal life. You settled on the pitch on it. I mean, there's no limit to what Martial can do, and I think he has got a hell of a chance of surviving because there will be a call coming.
Yeah,
I do expect the axe to be welled. No mercy, blood splattered. I don't care.
It's all going off.
It's all going off PlayStation style.
Yeah. What are you thinking on that?
I've just got a vision of Andy Tate down at the job centre getting rid of people.
No, but have say people contracts and all that.
It needs to happen, doesn't
Maguire, Fred, Elanga maybe. It's even looking at Sancho, but I think Sancho's got it in him to recover. I think he will as well. Because I do not want to be disappointed on Sancho. Maybe he's got some. He had a bereavement this year as well. Maybe that's still playing on his mind.
Yeah, it's
but I hope he does turn it around, Sancho. He really does. Just concentrate on the next few weeks, and he could be a better player after the World Cup because he's free and he's easy. Just take it easy and train with the squad.
Yeah, definitely. Anything you change going into that second half?
If anyone was looking at us, maybe down the right-hand side with Elanga and Malacia, but I don't think we've got another right back on the bench. And I don't think a lot of it's down to Malacia. I don't think he's getting the support from Elanga.
Yeah.
It's like we were saying before, is that whether you switch Rashford over and then bring Garnacho on, putting him on the left wing. I just try and keep it tighter at the back and then more of the same, really. Because I think when we're going forward against Fulham, we're getting a lot of the chances. I don't think we had as much possession. We've had more shots on target than they have.
Yeah.
So I think United should see this out 2-0.
I think Garnacho's a good call after maybe 10 minutes, see what happens, 60th minute.
Yeah. Take
off Elanga, put on Garnacho. And I don't mean this on Harry Maguire, but I'm so glad he's not playing today. Because we look dodgy Thursday at the back. That was disappointing defending.
Yeah.
Great comeback though.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I'd like to see something going on. But I think, like you said, Scotty, we've had the better of the chances. And some of our best chances have ended up being off target.
Yeah.
Eriksen hitting the ball from 10 yards out, like basically the goal in front of him, that wasn't a shot on target. So there's still a massive chance. So I think United have actually been pretty good.
Going forward, we've been good. It's just been a bit suspect at the back, and all things given, then we've not conceded, and that's it's a good first half. But I think we'd want another goal because I can't see if we carry on like we did in the first half that we wouldn't concede.
Yeah. The other worry is, like we said there, you look at that bench, there's one defender on the bench and there's 0 strikers on the bench. So if we aren't winning, it's a bit of an effort to try and change the way that, either to get a goal back or to hold on to a lead. We don't have many options to bring on, do we?
I know we are really desperate up and short up front, and maybe the World Cup will produce somebody we can get in January. I don't know. I don't care. But he will play that board for what they are, because like I say, they are desperate.
Yeah.
They are desperate.
I could see if United get another goal, then them swapping either Eriksen or Bruno for McTominay. Try and shut things up.
Yeah.
But I think Ten Hag and knowing his philosophy of football is that I think we'll want to get another one rather than rest on a 1-0 lead.
Yeah. Rowan with a decent point says Ahmad is doing well on loan. Keep him for next year.
A great goal he scored yesterday.
Really
I've heard about he's tearing it up in the Championship.
Yeah. I think we need to see that for a full season, I think, from him. Like we saw, James Garner's a good example of players that were excellent in the Championship but deemed not good enough for even a struggling Man United.
I'm still scratching my head on James Garner.
Me too. I'm not saying we should have sold him, but I think there's certainly people who were more qualified than me that decided he was available to sell. So I think we need to see Ahmad continue this for a minimum of 4 seasons.
There is. It's like Palestra.
Got 2 goals in the
what was the point by Palestra?
Yeah.
Is it 10 million wasted, panic buy? Nothing against the kid, but maybe give him half a season out on loan now, see where he goes.
Yeah. Did you see that Luis Beaumorte is the assistant at Fulham? I'm sure I just saw.
Is that the one who got the talking to from the ref?
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. Following Silva's appointment as Fulham manager in July 21, Beaumorte joined as first team coach. I'm sure I saw him then.
He did play for.
Played for Fulham.
Yeah,
played for Fulham, West Ham. Who else? Chesterfield, Southampton. I remember he played for Chesterfield when they were getting a few ex-Premier League players in, and then it all went to shit for him. I think they got up to League One. Now they're out of the Football League, I think.
Yeah, they're in the conference.
Yeah, National League.
Third, I think.
Second half kicked off. Got that big sweaty boot through it from Eriksen there.
I hope this actually triggers on for Eriksen now and he gets some goals, because we can score.
Yeah. Poor touch that Martial, wasn't it?
I do like the World Cup kit at Denmark. I might have to get that before the tournament starts.
The red one. Is it red and white, the 2 kits? Or red and black?
There's red, white and black.
Yeah.
But the back, everything's, you can't
Just
see.
all faded.
It's all faded, yeah.
That's a shit throw, that. Well done.
Well played.
Well, this is expected.
Yeah. Free kick to Fulham, a corner to Fulham, should I say. Cheers, Andy. We'll get you back in, hear from you at full time. Adam McCullough rejoins us as Fulham are fighting for a goal here. Slice it all over the bar. Who's the name of that player who's played for Fulham? Who was tall?
Breda Hangeland.
No, not that tall. Striker or attacker?
We used to wear the mask.
No, that was Malbronk, wasn't it?
No, there was Steve Malbronk and there was another one.
Who am I thinking of?
I'll have a soft drink.
Oh, you don't want?
No, I'm good.
I'm trying to find... Zoltan Gera, that's what I'm thinking of.
Zoltan Gera.
He used to play for West Brom as well.
Yeah, he did. Zoltan Gera. What we've got here? Oh, can I have that little Fanta piece?
Crack on that, mate.
Thank you. It's very drink heavy, this Watchalong, isn't it?
You don't let us eat.
Well, no, the audience were having a go at us for eating, so it's not me. Casemiro, Shaw.
Pardon me.
There you go, a little 1-2.
Can someone get me the bottle opener, please?
Oh! Bruno trying to go through the middle.
There's goals in this for us, but I fear.
Equally, they could score.
Yeah. But if we play our cards right, hit them on the counter, make sure the final ball's right, we'll score a few, man.
Are you making any subs, Adam?
Go on then. Alanga's in here.
Should have gone over him.
Gone over it. Get him.
Rashford! Just
Chip
gripping
it.
onto this cock like it owes me money, bro.
Chip it. What's that ball opener?
Just
Kiss it.
Who's going to touch it?
touch my cock. Touch my wood.
So you shave. Show us how you shave it.
Corner to United. Could double our corner goal scored this season. In it goes.
Casa.
Sure.
Get it back in.
You know, like let's say, yeah, you were in the preliminary squad for your nation, and you're playing against someone that you know is in the squad and is in your position.
Injure him.
If they get injured, you're most likely going to the World Cup. What you do?
No, can't do
through
it.
them.
I'm going for him. You know.
No. That's probably going to ruin the relationship with the entire squad that you're playing with. They probably won't get picked because everyone
Accidents
fucking
happen on
There's other
football
clubs.
pitches.
No, your national team.
Oh, right, yeah.
If you injure the first choice left back, so now
Okay,
you're
what if
playing
they're on
left
your
back.
team and you're in training?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Get away with that
What
one.
if you do them, but you don't injure them enough? You just make them a doubt, and then they
Yeah,
still
so
play
now
ahead
you're
of you.
suspended.
Now they're playing ahead of you, and everyone hates you. I think that's bad.
But no one has to know it was on purpose.
Yeah, but it's pretty obvious. Not very subtle.
Okay, what if you could get away with it and you know you'll get away with
Yeah,
it?
fuck it
Do
then.
you
Yeah,
still
of
do
course
it?
I will. Of course.
Scumbag.
Look, sure. Pop it. Martial's drifting wide, isn't he? Well done,
Not
Bruno.
played.
No, not bad.
That's why my last year. Turn. Played.
Martial. Decent effort. Decent little slaughter.
You know what I think helps players as well? When they don't constantly feel like they're on trial. You know the manager going, bruv, I fucking love you. I think you're the best number 9 with that.
Yeah.
That can make you, all of a sudden, you're relaxing.
Yeah. It's not a foul.
You know the other day against Villa at half-time, he hasn't scored.
Yeah.
In the past, maybe half-time, you've not scored, you haven't got the confidence of the manager.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck, I need to score in this.
Yeah.
You start
Snatching
snatching at everything.
He looks like he carries that sort of mental weight as well, doesn't he,
Yeah.
Martial?
He's always one that seemed like, isn't he? He does
Plays-
struggle
that
when
was
he's...
dangerous, that one. I thought, that's our ball if it goes.
Fucking hell, he's
Oh,
done well
Malacia.
Oh,
there.
there. Who's that? That Harry fella.
Yeah. Done well.
Is he Welsh? Harry Wilson.
Yes.
Will he be going with Wales? I reckon Wales go through, you know. I got a feeling.
What's the group?
Wales, England, Iran, USA.
Yeah, coming in.
That's not an easy group, that is it?
He is in the World Squad, by the way. The ball's hitting Luke Shaw's hand there. Good turn and shot there. Good save from David De Gea. That's Vinicius there with a good spin.
Cheers, bro.
It's a little deflection off Luke Shaw. It's a good spin, that. Good save from De Gea. Wilson again. Nah, fuck off. His arm is locked next to his body. If you can't have your arm there, where can you have it?
No, yeah.
You got to just not have one. Corner to Fulham. That's a good cross, that. Oh, it's a good save.
They need to
My
get a
God.
second
You
goal.
see, as
there.
soon
This
as
is
that cross came in, it was going to be on someone's head.
starting
Good
exactly the
cross.
same as the first half. This.
Yeah. Lucky we've got faux hawk David De Gea back.
It was like against Villa, 'cause, like, you know, our heads down when we were first coming
Yeah.
out.
It's just so long to cross that ball
I
in
think
there.
there's a bit of fatigue creeping into this team at the moment. You've seen it in a few games.
Yeah.
And it's
Corner
like
to
we're
Fulham.
playing a lot of the same players constantly.
Come on.
I like that though as well.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the consistency that we, you know, in our form is because we've been playing it, but it is going to come up and bite
But
us in the
someone
ass.
like Ericsson and that, who shouldn't be playing every fucking Thursday, and he seems to be.
A lot of them had a rest on Thursday, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but not everybody.
No. Hold on, Rashford. Come on, then. Here we go. Counter attack now.
Go on, lad.
Come inside.
Paddock.
Martial.
Oh,
bro. Yeah, cheers, bro.
a little fizzer. Just too much on it, wasn't there? Absolutely blasted that across. Fulham on the ball again. Come on,
We need to score.
Oh, yeah, we definitely do. To be fair to Fulham, they're playing. Like, I've not watched much of them this season, but they're a decent team.
What's
It's a
happened
foul.
there? Camera was in the way. I never seen it.
Oh, no.
I think he's all right.
Nah, that's his shoulder. He's had an up on, bro.
It's fucking dangerous.
Luckily, he seemed to control his
Yeah.
hand with his arms.
Not looking good, that.
No.
Rashford holding his shoulder. Fucking bullshit as well. If
I'll be
that's
honest,
the
I'm more worried about our next 35 minutes than
The
any
World
World Cup.
Yeah.
Obviously, from a personal perspective, I do want the players to be happy. And
Yeah.
that, but at the same time, don't care.
I bet Ivan Toney feels different to that.
Probably like, please,
So, yeah.
please stay down.
Is there a reserve list for the World Cup? Do they
I
still do
think-
that?
They must be able to call people up if they haven't flown out.
I think they've got until Monday to make changes.
Sub
Who's going on?
Elanga
Elanga.
from McTominay.
He's
So
going
Bruno's
far
going to go out
across.
on the right again. It's
Yeah.
annoying with him there.
Yeah, he's not as influential.
Because he
is
has the work ethic, but he's not a winger.
No. But I think he'll provide. I think he'll do more than Elanga.
Elanga's done nothing there, hasn't
Elanga's barely
Fair
touched
point.
the ball, has he? Because at the minute they're looking good in midfield, Fulham.
he? Yeah, need to pack it out a little bit.
Yeah. It's interesting to see the shape here because it's still McTominay's not on. McTominay's playing as like. Don't know. He's further forward than
He's at
Ericsson
8.
there, but yeah. Oh, shit from De Gea. Or Bruno. Nope, shit from Bruno. So he got the ball, but he just was poor with it. Yeah, Fulham dominated possession last few minutes. I think McTominay's almost given that sort of midfield roaming role, isn't it, by the look of it? Is that Palinha that he's on?
Played Rush.
Oh,
That was
well
sick.
played.
That was so sick.
That was. Was that tip tap, tip tap, tip tap, tip tap?
And then
Was that-
Martial did a mini one.
It was like FIFA, you know, when you just do one, there's like one overpowered move, so you just do it over and over again. That's not a foul. Where's the
Oh,
foul?
come on.
They just stood next to each other.
That's ridiculous.
How was that a foul?
It's not. Bit nervy this, isn't it, actually? You alright?
Not yet. I may be wrong. Oh no!
Oh, here he is.
Who was it? I didn't
Daniel
see.
James and Andreas Pereira are going
I
to team
forgot
up
Dan
to
James
score.
played for these. I
Oh
forgot he
my
even played.
God.
Win that, win that, win that. Good pass. Good run. Good
Come on,
pass.
move for him.
It's the right idea.
Yeah, I forgot Dan James even played for him. He's going to be good, isn't he? Close him down.
Is he on
Luke.
loan to Fulham, Dan James?
From Leeds?
No, I think they sold him.
They sold him.
Not 100%, but.
He's on loan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Hold on, Malacia.
What was that we were doing the other week about which players have United made the most profit on that we've sold? And he was up
Yeah.
there, wasn't he, Dan James?
He's our 6th highest ever sale.
We're so bad at selling players.
Yeah.
Even when you think of Ronaldo, Beckham's prices, we got robbed.
Win that, hold on.
Played Tony. Played
Well
Lisandro.
done.
This is how bad United are.
Argentina!
This is how bad United are at selling players. Daily Blind is in the top 10.
How much was that?
16 million. Danny Welbeck, top 10. Daniel James is 5th, assuming you put him below David Beckham, who reportedly both sold for 25 million. So he could be 4th, depending if you want to do it that way around.
Most profit Ronaldo or Di Maria?
Profit-wise, it's Ronaldo, yeah.
Go on. Oof.
Unlucky. Good keeping that.
Yeah, it was.
That was really good play from Bruno keeping that in.
It's a great pass, that. Fucking hell. Imagine if they... Nah, it's just too much on it in there, but...
Keeper's seen it in it. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. Just one straight line pass that he was winding up for.
I fucking hate this pace merchant, man. He's going to roast someone.
Wilson off for Dan James.
So that's going to be down as Malacia, who's not a natural right back.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if he puts him on the left. Looks like he's keeping Willian on the left and Dan James on the right.
I think Malacia would be more comfortable with James than Willian, though.
Yeah, not as smart, is he?
Yeah.
Willian's got more mental.
Played Ericsson, no foul ref.
I should want to go down wide then.
It was really weird, that, innit?
Yeah.
Looked obvious
Like
as
he
well.
went back into traffic.
United not doing anything this half so far. 15 minutes in and we've barely had the ball.
Well played. It's good defending, Lindelof.
Hour gone, half an hour to go. If you don't know, 30th of December, we are in Dublin at the Big Top in Dublin, and you can join us there. We'll have a live podcast, we'll have raffle and all that entertainment going on. We'll also have a live interview with Brian McClare, who will be with us, getting involved in the activities. So if you want to be there, the link is in the description and in the live chat, and you can join us there. I'm sure it'll be lots of fun. You might be offside.
Yeah, I can't wait for that, 30th of December, Dublin,
I'm
Big
getting
Top,
smashed. I'm going to be
Brian
smashed up.
McClare. Oh, yeah. He's onside. Why are we doing this?
Oh, my
Why are we
God.
pulling these fucking flags out
That's
of our fucking
horrendous,
arse when it's tight and it's close like that? What's the point? Why are you even there?
Why have we...
That's onside.
What's the point of VAR?
I don't know. It's there to be relied on, but also not relied on. It's just stupid. It's just crap. They've watered it down to just being the worst parts of it all. That was close.
Yeah, it's like English referees have this arrogance of, no, we know better.
Surely the linesman knew that was pretty close.
Oh,
That's a
mate.
ball that. Is that Ericsson?
Outside of the foot as well. Unlucky Bruno.
Shit.
That's not Bruno's
It's
fault.
Ericsson's fault, that.
Go on, Lindelof. That's a goal.
Wasn't such a good ball.
Dan James, obviously.
Oh, Dan James.
That shit cunt has scored. Fuck's sake, man.
It was coming.
Yeah, we've been shit second half. Absolutely shit.
He's fucking awful and we've let him score. Absolute fucking pace merchant.
It's tough that for Bruno because it's such a difficult ball to control. The fact that he gets anything on it, then gets fucking caught out for it and they score. Because look, the ball's over his shoulder. He's running as fast as he can to get it. He don't do much wrong, does he?
Where's Daniel James here? He's
Right.
onside.
How was Dan James beat? Was that
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw.
Nah, it's sloppy. He's let him
It's
go past
in
him.
between
Yeah,
the
he
two
is.
of them.
Just let him go past him.
Sure, just don't get back quick enough, does he?
I would have thought De Gea would have come out a bit more,
Nah, he don't, does he?
It's
Not in
where
that
it
situation.
enters the box from is quite high up the pitch. Well, not high up the pitch, but a bit far out for him to come in.
Well, we needed something because we've been fucking shit this half.
At least they've scored now and not in fucking 20 minutes' time.
Yeah.
Come on, lads.
Although they might get another one before then. Not been good enough second half at all. First half could have been 2 or 3 up, and then this half we've barely touched the ball. It's poor that. Oh,
I don't know what sub he makes now because I bring Garnacho on, but both Marshall and Rashford have had a decent game. Do you know what I mean? I'm not.
Yeah.
You'd have to be one of Eriksen or Bruno.
Yeah. They almost maybe take. I don't know. Would either take McTominay back off, put Garnacho, and put Bruno back in the 10? I don't know. I don't know what you do.
That's not me dropping them bombs, is it?
I don't know. Not that I'm aware of.
No, it's me.
Oh, good. Your
Free
name going to
kick
go on
to
the
Fulham.
board.
We're just talking about Daniel James again. Not you as well, mate. Don't you do it.
Fair play to Pereira for sticking with that haircut and colour for so
It
long.
works at Fulham, don't it?
Yeah.
The white of Fulham and the white hair and that.
Does he get in the Brazil squad? He doesn't, does he? Pereira.
He has been. I don't. Think
Yeah, he
he's
has been in the
this
past,
squad,
isn't it? But I don't think getting in the World Cup. Oh, come on now.
Find a. Oh, fuck me. Bruno doing 1-2s with their fucking strikers.
That's.
You have to.
David.
You got to go. With
Why
your
is he
hands
not
and grab
diving on
there.
that? Why is he not diving on that?
Shut up, Harry.
It's your club captain. You're
No
talking
one
to
cares
there.
what you're saying there, bro. No one's listening to you. Like always. And Bruno does this thing where he looks to take an extra touch when there's not one on.
That's crap.
Yeah, just forcing it. Just forcing it because he's worried about us losing.
Yeah, I'd do whatever was said and get Bruno out off the wing and get
Yeah.
Garnacho out there.
Yeah.
Maybe take Eriksen. or
Maybe
Bruno.
Eriksen, yeah. He's been a bit shit second half, hasn't he? Look at.
Come on, someone needs to be there. Come on, Tony, you got to work them.
Yeah. He's probably knackered, to be honest, Martial. He's not played 90 minutes for United in fucking 18
you got
months.
to come
No, he's not
there,
going to do-
McTominay. He's fucking telling you how to do your job. He's literally saying to him, come on, come on, come on.
We're looking fucked here. We'll be lucky to hold on.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's like, come to this position, bro. And he's just watching him.
Yeah, the whole
Too
game.
passive. Everyone's backing off a step.
The whole game, United's right hand side has been shit, hasn't it? Like going forward and defensively, we're playing basically with
Missing
one arm tied
Delo.
behind our back.
And
Missing
you got-
Delo, missing Anthony.
There's no control. There's been no control of the game though throughout.
No.
Really, all our chances have been more sort of counter-attacking
Yeah,
football, hasn't it? And it's just that's a little bit worrying considering we've got like the likes of Eriksen and Bruno.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've seen the last 5 minutes and it's been like Fulham 65%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's just a lazy pass. Why are we clipping that up to Martial, who's just stood by himself? Like, even if he gets there, even if he wins the header there, what's he going to do with it? Do a 30-yard header out to Rashford?
At the moment, we're chasing shadows.
Yeah.
Well, these are the times when when the pedigree manager needs to step up because he needs to change something here.
Oh, is that Rashford down again? Holding
He
his
slipped
head.
and then I think he got kicked in his head.
He needs to. I know he might be hurt, but he needs to stay down for a couple of minutes here because we're like
On the road.
all over the place. Yeah, be a bit smart. Stay down.
He's dragged him down, though, isn't he?
Tough this. CM says Lindelof torn apart all game, never tackles. Think Lindelof's been poor today?
It's not the ideal partnership, is it? I got alongside Martinez, but I don't think anyone's covered himself in any sort of glory. I think Malassia's had a difficult game down on the right hand side. Shaw's not been bad going forward, but it's just not. I think Casemiro as well has not been great in centre midfield. They just seem to be overrunning us,
Yeah.
and that's not been improved since McTominay's come on. But it definitely needs to start making a change. I'd take either Bruno or Eriksen off Garnacho and just try and get something back down that left.
Yeah.
Because that was the first half. Everything was going through there. Won it through Rashford, and that's not even existing now as a channel to operate.
Rashford and Martial have barely touched the ball for the second half, have they? Not good at all. Yeah, it's all Fulham. And the press isn't there, everyone's walking, look. The energy's not there. Like that, even not getting tackles.
The thing is, this sort of result could dictate the season, man. You know, we can't be going into like 4 weeks without football with a draw up.
And when like Spurs and that keep dropping points, we need to capitalise.
And nobody wants to be like Spurs.
Keeper. Fuck me.
It's a good header out, to be fair. Come on, Rashi.
Hold on. They all look fucked, don't they? Just poor.
They do look a lot more tired in the second half, don't they?
First half, we were making loads of
Runs
chances
and stuff, over the top.
Eriksen chances, Martial couple of chances, Rashford good chance.
Wait, that Eriksen chance was in the first half, and we haven't had a chance
No,
since.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think have we even had a shot second half. Not sure we have.
Yeah, I think these players are fucked.
I'd get Garnacho one way.
Need some sort of energy, don't they?
Go on.
Oh, taking too long there.
Got that. Fuck.
Just too long on the ball. That we had so few opportunities.
You normally expect that to be played off quick, played Bruno.
That's a fucking shit.
That's a booking.
He should have won that, you know.
He didn't need to slide though.
No,
He could have just stepped over.
Stop moaning, man. You make me stressed, bro. Just looking at his face sometimes makes me feel angry, man. Just moaning, innit?
Yeah.
I'm like that when I play football, though. So.
Yeah. United apparently had 3 shots this half. I can't think what they are, to be honest. Certainly no good chances. Keeper.
Set up in it for Pereira to get the winner as well.
You know what I don't like as well? Daniel James, celebrate, bro.
We didn't really.
Why are you not... celebrate.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Why are you not... No one cares that you played for Man United.
Nah, I don't.
I don't care
It would
if you
be
celebrate.
disrespectful.
You're irrelevant to me.
What about his legacy at Manchester United, Adam?
Oh, yeah. Remember that time he scored and we drew?
Fucking hell. His legacy is rinsing Martinez.
Now he's going to score and we're going to lose.
Oh, good header.
He's fast, isn't he? I don't think Martinez was prepared for that.
But unless you grew up at a club or a legend there, just celebrate. I don't get it.
He looks tired, Martinez, as well. They all look tired.
This is a Fulham without Mitrovic, without Teti.
Hold on, win that. Nah,
Fucking
that's a
hell.
foul, ref. We're not having that. Dickhead.
Keepers can get away with elbowing people, so why aren't you doing something to someone? See, as I've run out there, I lift my elbow on the ball. If you're trying to block me, I'll elbow you then. Nah, you got to catch that.
Yeah,
mate.
it's easy that. That's easy that. No need for that to go back into the 6-yard box, is there? See, Garnacho for Martial. Not
can't play
particularly
90
surprised by that. He's
No,
not
his
played
fitness.
90 minutes, has he?
Rashford up top.
I would guess so, yeah. Garnacho left, Bruno right, Rashford down the middle.
It's unfortunate that because I expected Martial had a decent game, didn't he? I think
Yeah.
the fitness has got the better of him. But first half he was
Yeah.
decent.
You could see
Should've
second half
scored
he
in the
couldn't
first
press,
half.
could
Yeah.
he? He didn't have the legs in him anymore. Come on then, United. We need a good 15, 20 minutes here. If it stays like this, we'll lose, I think. If they keep having this pressure.
Papa Boobity up all over again.
Those balls have been doing them all game. They've done fuck all.
Oh my God, I thought he went past that first time and it just landed under his feet. Play. Andreas!
off.
Bro, Andreas! We know who you really are, bro.
Brazil versus Argentina.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it?
My money's on Lisandro on that battle, mate.
He's had a decent career. He played for Santos.
He went back to Brazil.
He went back, yeah. Flamingo?
Yeah, because didn't he miss a penalty as well in the final?
Oh, no, was it a
Flamengo.
back pass and he got cut out and he scored?
Valencia, Lazio, Flamengo. Play for some teams. Decent teams.
I'd love to play in like Brazil or Argentina. You know, like playing for River Plate, Corinthians or something. Be class that.
Go on then. It's just everything's a fucking foul, innit?
We're not winning any second ball. Every time it's come over the top all game, they've won it, and then we're not getting to any second ball. Williams playing it like it's fucking 2017.
2007. That's back to being 21-year-old. Come on.
How good was that pass for Garnacho the other day? From Garnacho.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Where are you going? Literally got... Oh, what a tackle. You got Ericsson in front of you and you're trying to fucking drag it through people like you're Zidane.
Come on.
Go on,
Garnacho.
Penalty!
Referee!
Not going to look at it.
He's not flinched.
He's getting something in his ear.
Oh, Bruno, man.
Can we have a look at that?
Right. Because he's dived, hasn't he? And that's a booking if it's not a penalty then.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's got to be a penalty. You can't just fucking stick your legs between their legs, not get the ball. That's a foul. That's a definite penalty.
It's not going to get given. That
has to be a fucking foul.
I promise you they're playing on.
Oh, fuck off.
They're going to play on.
What?
That is a fucking joke, bro.
What the fuck?
They're never going to give that, but that's a
How can they not give that? You put your leg between his legs and trip him up, and it's not a foul.
That's a fucking joke.
He's not shielding the ball, is he?
Come on, you
Garnacho's in. That is absolutely ridiculous.
We've definitely come to life since Garnacho's come on anyway.
Do him again, lad. Fucking hell.
It's like even there's leaning on the back of
How
him.
can you not give that?
That was a foul, you know. That's my head's rattled. That was a foul, man.
I can't. He's not shielding the ball. He just steps across him. He puts his legs between his legs and trips him over. What the fuck? I honestly can't believe he's not given that. It's just an obvious trip. Garnacho's got the ball.
What's the rule for it to go back to VAR? How does that work?
Well, that went to VAR.
Did it really?
Yeah, VAR checked
for
it.
fuck's sake.
The VAR checks everything like that. VAR checks everything. That's why he blew the whistle and went like, he said stop to wait for the check.
That's ridiculous.
Any potential foul in the box is checked by VAR, I'm sure. So is every goal. Fuck off. I honestly can't believe that.
That's Daniel James, that we all know.
Well played.
That's a handball, ref. That's a yellow card. Fuck me.
How is
Did
that
you
not
get a yellow
yellow?
card then? Oh, what? He didn't mean to. Stop a counter-attack with his fucking hand and that's not a yellow card. Yeah, don't worry about that.
That's a fucking disgrace.
I don't know if it's just us as United fans, but it feels like we've had some proper shit refs this season.
Yeah.
No, referees are shit.
Is that what it is?
Everyone keeps blaming VAR. Referees are shit. That's it.
Ridiculous.
Stop blaming the technology. Referees are shit. It's the same people that look at it. That look at it with their human eyes and go, oh, no, that's not a pen. And then they look at it on a TV
With
and
the
go,
robot eyes.
oh, no, that's not a pen.
Yeah.
Same
I don't
idiots.
understand how that's not a penalty. Like, he's not shielding the ball.
And there's not even a discussion about it or nothing.
It's just, oh yeah, carry on, nothing to see here.
You're allowed to just stick your leg between the attacker's legs, trip him over, and that's not a foul.
It sounded like United were at home then because there were so many groans as we gave the ball away.
We're not going to win this, are we?
Nah, I don't get the feeling. In fact, I get a worse feeling.
Yeah.
I do think a lot of it's fatigue, though, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Which shouldn't really be an excuse, but...
We're Fulham playing Thursday night, I guess not.
No. Can't imagine they were.
Nah, they would have played. We would only League Cup game on Thursday.
They lost to City on Saturday. See, this again, we've had a...
So that's the same as Villa.
We're playing against a team that's had a week off and we haven't, but that's why you have top players. That's why you know what I mean? If you qualify for the European...
Well, I mean, that's why... Well, this is where strength in depth comes into it, isn't it? And that'll ultimately be the downfall of the season.
For sure, giving a foul there.
But it's not a foul, though.
That's less of a foul than the one on Garnacho. Just standing in your ground. Free kick to Fulham. Between the 18-yard box and the sideline. 10 yards out.
Apparently, Gary Neville said it wasn't a penalty for United. He's literally always goes the opposite way so we don't look biased. He's awful, man. How can you see that and not say that's not a penalty?
Yeah, if that was Carragher judging a Liverpool decision, it'd be completely different.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that shit, bro. Just be biased. We know you're a United fan. Why do you have to talk shit?
Yeah, pretending that you're not. Fucking shite.
That's a foul.
It's a foul, ref.
Trust him to fucking... To be fair, he's played well all season.
Yeah, Pereira. Been decent. Have you not... Just slowing down a bit now. United need to be the one to pick the pace up here.
The thing is, Fulham look like they're chasing the win more than United are.
Yeah, I know. They might shit it a bit now, though. Now they've got something to hold on to, Fulham. That's a good pass. Good touch as well, fucking hell. Hold on, keep the ball, keep the ball. That's a brilliant pass from Bruno, that.
Nacho, that was the moment you were waiting for it to take a touch and run at him.
Inexperienced, that wasn't it?
Go on, Luke, well done.
It's absolutely humped Luke there. Oh, that was a good ball.
It was.
Oh, Bruno, mate.
Why do you hate the football, bruv?
He gets hit so hard every time,
He's
doesn't he?
hitting it like it owes him money, man.
Such a shit goal. Like, Dan James slows down, lets Luke Shaw catch up, but Luke Shaw sees Dan James slowing down and thinks, oh, great, I get to slow down here, and never actually catches up with him. You need to be, if you're a defender there, you learn when you're 6 years old, get goal side. Like that saying is drilled into your head so much, get goal side.
And to watch the man knock the ball.
Yeah. And he's just jogging by the end, Luke Shaw there. And he's not been doing that in recent weeks. That's why he's been so much better. Fucking hell, that's a great pass.
Played McTominay.
I didn't know he could do that.
Fucking hell.
Back post.
We should have won this game, you know.
That's shit, that from McTominay. A team full of players who can't head the ball. It's ridiculous how bad we are in the air. That's why we don't score from corners. Not because we can't cross it, because we can't fucking head it. I thought Luke Shaw took too long here. He took as long as he possibly could.
Oh yeah,
he's
fuck,
gotta
he
score
should have
that.
betted that.
It's fallen for him quite low as well. He's got up too early.
There's no excuses there, Scott.
So annoying. Unlucky, lad.
Better though.
How does the league table look if it ends like this?
Not great.
Fifth, aren't we, in the start?
Yeah.
4 off Spurs.
Spurs won in it, so.
Yeah, we'd be on 24 points, 5 behind Spurs.
With
There
the
you go,
game in
as
hand.
it stands with the game in hand.
So win that and you're 2 point, and we're letting Liverpool come 2 points behind.
Go
us.
Luke, go Luke, go Luke. Well done. That's a foul.
13 points behind Arsenal. Is that right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So annoying if we draw this.
It was never going to be a straight road to victory with Ten Hag taking up, where we want to
Yeah.
get. It was always going to be up and down anyway.
I know. But
It's inexcusable, some of the performances today.
oh,
Why don't you stick your foot across there? Hope to get fouled, hope to get a connection. Just not really gone for it.
it's a good pass that.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's just
throw
too.
Just go
yourself
at it, yeah.
It's a really frustrating player because you know how good he can be, but he just does some stupid, annoying shit sometimes.
Yeah. Go on then. Letting him run too far there. That's not. Why is that a foul? It's not a foul. Just any contact is a foul. Fucking. We've got about 10 minutes to go, probably. With stoppage time. Our time is a little bit out. If you can just give it a little tweak, Callum. Thank you. Hold on. A good touch that from Lindelof.
Come on. That was a good touch, that, because he couldn't go forward. Fucking hell.
Well done. Oh! Who's fouled him? Who's fouled him there? This tackling bastard. He's fucking made like 12 tackles today, hasn't he?
You see the geezer sniffing his birds, mate? Yeah.
Sniffing it?
Sniffing it.
What's it smell like?
Give me a
Chips.
bit of a sniff.
Smells like cheese.
Cock. Come on, United, please score.
Yeah.
Be your best mate if you score. Handball there. Please.
This is a fucking joke, this.
Weren't even that bad in the first half.
They weren't bad, and they just didn't come out at all second.
They were good first half. Difficult place to go. Made a few decent chances. Didn't allow that many for... Well, allowed one really for Fulham. In fairness, even in the second half, Fulham haven't made many chances. We've just stifled us and stopped and held the ball well.
What are you heading it from there for? Fucking
Who are
honestly.
you, bro?
What?
Who's going to score a header from fucking 30
Out of
yards?
all them options, that's the one you chose.
Fucking hell.
He's got so much space around him there to
You just
chest
control
down and
it, pass
smash
it, fucking volley it.
He's got so much time there. Come on.
You got to feel for Ten Hag. I was turning around and got looking at Maguire and Van der Beek as the only options on the
know.
bench.
I know.
Soz lads.
Yeah,
as bad as we're playing.
And even Garnacho, not for him, but it's a shame for Garnacho that you're appearances are like trying to drag United to a win.
Yeah,
like, that's
they shouldn't have
not
that
the real
pressure.
no.
Yeah, you shouldn't have that pressure at that age.
Dan James knows he's got Martinez for speed.
Absolute knock it and run merchant, man. So shit he is. I'm glad I don't have to watch him week in, week out anymore, do that bollocks anymore. The cheek of him scoring today, after he couldn't hit a fucking barn door with a banjo.
In your head, with that saying, are you holding on to it and swinging at the door, or are you throwing the banjo?
Whatever you prefer.
Yeah. Love that.
I'd probably like to hold it, have a swing.
Going to win that one. Second ball. God's sake. They're all over it, aren't they? Fucking hell, Victor Lindelof's neck heading that ball out. Good turn, McTominay. Come on then, keep the ball.
Come on.
That's good from McTominay there.
Yeah, Andy.
McTominay, look at this.
Andy thought that ball went straight out.
Yeah.
No!
Why we got such idiots? Fuck, man. Use your fucking brain.
He looked like he had time there as well.
Who is that headed to?
I think
My dad.
I guess he thought Rashford was going to make that run, but I don't know why he thought that.
He's annoying, man. I've never known a player to fill me with such joy and such annoyance at the same time as Bruno Fernandes.
He is Marmite,
It's just
isn't
a
he?
frustrating watch. Yeah, but it's like, normally with Marmite, you like it.
Oh, you
but
don't
hate
like,
it.
yeah.
Like, I find he invokes both emotions out of me.
Yin Yang.
Fucking hell. What's going on here?
He's cunting now.
Oh, get
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Here we go now.
Get stuffed.
Fucking Real Sociedad all over again now, innit?
Ref, send off Rashford. Go on. I know you want to. Clown. This time ain't getting added on either.
No.
Promise you.
No, because
Whatever they said they were adding on 2 minutes
yeah.
ago is getting added on.
Huh?
3 minutes.
Yeah, so really we should play till 94 now.
Yeah.
Because this nonsense started on the 89th minute. So we've now lost a minute and a half. And we ain't getting it back.
Fucking hell. They've got time now, and the amount of subs left to just absolutely waste this 3 minutes,
Yeah.
haven't they?
Yeah, had a great game.
9 tackles for Paulinho, which is fucking astonishing. Most tackles of anyone in a Premier League game this season.
Really? Yeah.
I think they just said that, yeah.
Was that Paulinho?
Yeah.
We got a fight for top 4, you know.
I know. This is the problem, though, isn't it? Like, I say the problem. Kind of the expectation, really. When you're a team that's fighting for top 4, you drop between 20 and 30 points a season. You end up on, what? More than that. 40 points. What's the most you can get? 120 points or something?
Yeah.
We're going to drop 40 to 50 points this season. Like, it's going to be annoying to watch, and there's going to be times where you think, oh, we had the chance to pull away there. We had the chance to cement top 4. But
it's who
you
we've
don't
got-
because we're inconsistent. That's where we are. That's what top 4 teams do.
It's who we're dropping points against. So
I know.
but take City out the
Might be a loss
equation.
here if we're not careful. Shite. Come on then. Still hope here. I don't know where it's going to come from, but it could. That's good.
Yep. Run.
Come on.
Go on,
Ericsson's
lad.
on. Ericsson's on. Go Nacho.
Fucking get in!
Someone smacked me in the bollocks. Someone.
I went to give Scotty a high five and slapped him.
Get in!
I thought he weren't going to get onto that pass.
Yeah.
He just
I
looked
thought he'd
twice
just
as
let
fast
it
as
go.
everyone else.
The defenders are like they stopped it.
I thought he'd just let it go.
Fucking fudge.
Fucking get in.
It's like Adnan Januzaj all over again. Ali Alejandro.
Ronaldo, 2007.
Look at that.
Fulham, this is like Fulham actually. Fulham away.
Great finish as well. That's a proper finish,
mate.
that.
To have to find that finish amidst the chaos.
Imagine being 18 years old and not just smacking it as hard as you can. Oh, that is
That's
such
Bruno.
a good finish.
What's that? Oh, what a great goal that
What
was.
a
Ali
great finish.
Alejandro.
What a
Alejandro.
great finish that is. Oh. I can't believe it.
Is that it?
Time.
I told you he would have had nothing on.
Time.
We even scored in
we
there.
didn't put a time for that. Manchester United have
Yes!
beaten Fulham with almost the last kick of the game there from Garnacho. Oh my God! Change the review title. That's all I've got to say. Jesus Christ! Fucking hell! A last-second winner there, Scotty. Give me your thoughts on that.
I'm just going to get over the fact that Adam McCullough smacked me live on YouTube. Yeah. But aside from that, it was a terrible second half.
Awful.
Saved by the last 3 minutes of brilliance about one of United's most exciting prospect that we've had in years.
Adam.
Oh, mate. That, you know what? All the moaning, everything goes out the window in moments like that.
I know.
And you know what? I wouldn't have swapped this 90 minutes for anything out when it ends like that.
That's so.
This boy is
That
so
is the
talented.
best way to win a game 2-1, other than 2 late goals.
And you know what?
A
He's
late
not
winner.
going to the World Cup. We'll have Sancho, Marshall, Garnacho staying back.
Yeah.
Get them working on something. Get them ready for the Capital One Cup.
Yeah.
And let's push. This is a big win, you know. Because you know what? Yeah.
Huge win.
Losing today or drawing after Spurs. Well, Spurs won, didn't they, in the end? But you know, City dropping points, Chelsea drop. You have to win your games. And now, if we win our game in hand, we're level on points with Spurs.
Yep.
Going into Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's mate.
Absolutely huge.
I'm delighted. So delighted.
We'll be back in a few minutes for the live review. But if you haven't seen already, we are doing a live podcast in Dublin. Tickets to come and see us with Brian McClare as well.
I'll be singing Lady Gaga's Alejandro.
Adam,
all
Jay,
night.
and Steve will all be there. Make sure you check that out. The link to that is pinned in the comments. It's also in the description. Go and check it out. Live show in Dublin on the 30th of December. We'll be back in a few minutes for the live review. Make sure you stick around for that. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Scotty, for coming on. Where can people find you?
At our kid on Twitter or whatever, man. Was it?
Check him out at our kid on Twitter, whatever, man.
Or whatever, just whatever.
See you in a bit.